one, and we're live! Hello all, and welcome back to the Invictus stream! My name, as always, is Mr. Harlan Guthrie, and I am here with my delightful friend, David. My joyful friend, Justin.
Hello.
And my insane friend, Mycl. And we are back with the Running Dead Revolution!
You say you want a revolution, you know.
Wait, it's left-handed. I meant to do it this way. I'm sorry. The bass should be left-handed, guys. Start over. Cancel the stream.
Start over. Okay.
Welcome back on this Wednesday night, guys. We're so excited to be here. We have been anticipating this night for a long time to come. Ain't that right, David?
Shit.
David's been counting his blessings and eggs before they hatch, because otherwise, how would we know what to do on this Running Dead episode? What does that mean? You'll find out. Or maybe you won't. Because that's how we go. This is Game 2 of the Summer Trials. That's right, the 5-game stint where we deviate from our campaign play and touch a little bit on the one-shot mindset of these clever fellows below me. Last week we ran The End of the World. Tonight we're running Running Dead, and next week we are diving into a whole new system, Quest Core. Sounds noble. Which will be GM'd by our very sexy Mr. Mycl. So make sure you come back next week as well. But tonight is the Running Dead. I want to, of course, warn anybody watching that this is an 18-plus show. We like to swear, and a lot of violence happens when the Running Dead gets loose. So if you don't feel comfortable with a little bit of the bad words, then you go ahead and you close that YouTube video. But before you do, you'll make sure to give us an upvote. Counter out that nasty one-down vote we always seem to get even before the stream start. So go ahead and give the like on YouTube. Also, if you're a Facebooker, go ahead and join our group and like our page. I know we're getting a lot of new people in the group, so if you're new, hello! Right, Justin?
Hi.
Justin's shy, so he always asks when I meet somebody to introduce him. This is Justin. He enjoys long walks on the beach, and he also uses that microphone stand in the background for other things other than just a microphone stand.
Oh, stop it, Harlan.
But seriously, we have a lot of new members of the group, so we are excited to welcome you all. Please hang out, have some fun. This is, of course, a Running Dead game, so you make sure to bring your XP to the table, so to speak. The Running Dead, for newcomers, is a bit like the Hunger Games meets the Running Man, which you can tribute, pay for a tribute, I should say, give XP to one of these contestants and help them, aid them along their quest to the end goal. Justin will touch a bit more on that, but I just wanted to brief you. So if you're sitting there on a mountain of XP, you make sure to count your coins, because you're going to be spending them a lot to help Mr. David here. He needs all the help he can get. Ain't that right, David?
You know it.
So if you're on Facebook, join the group, like the page. If you're on Twitter, go ahead and follow us at Twitter. We are at Invictus Stream, and all the cool people follow Twitter. Also, we're on Instagram now, and we've been using that a lot more. So if you like taking photos of yourself or liking photos of ourselves, go ahead and follow us on Instagram. I don't know the handle. You'll find it. Not many Invictus streams there.
I think that's it. I think it's just the Invictus stream at
Instagram. There you go.
Yeah.
So we're not very creative in our names. There are a ton of ways to get this XP that you're going to be spending tonight. One of my favorite ways is the most valuable post. What is the most valuable post? Yeah, that's right. It's the way, on a weekly basis, we read through the comments that you guys have added to the stream on the group, the Facebook group, and we say, hey, this guy, he knows, or girl, she knows what's going on. They offered a bit of content that sparked the community, created a bit of dialogue, maybe just told a great story about their game. And this week, without any exception, like no other, has been filled with fantastic ideas. However, the most valuable post this week is a fantastic post. Not only is it creative and clever, but it also sparked a bit of conversation, as well as let us look at a lot of fantastic, beautiful photos. That's right. The MVP this week is Mr. Lucas Sakura. For his post, show us pictures of where you live. That's right. We are a very diverse community. We have people from all over the world, not just the country, but the world. So we had photos from, I couldn't even begin to name some of them, mainly because of the pronunciations. No, but they were beautiful.
Where Lucas is from.
Poulan? It's like chicken?
No, I think she was a Chinese martial artist that Disney made a movie of. Poulan.
Oh, Poulan! I just figured it was where Hitler invaded very quickly. Anyway, point is, what we're doing here is we're awarding the MVP. I can see Justin's face in the camera. He's like, no.
I am very offended. It's called a blitz.
That's Blitzkrieg. And it was fantastic what you guys did, and I loved seeing where you're all from. Some fantastic stuff all the way from New Mexico to, again, all the places that I can't remember, so I'm not going to bother. But
and actually, I do want to mention, because Lucas did ask us to post pictures, and I haven't got there yet because I was discussing with Harlan where we live in Pickering. It's not that pretty. It's like roads and strip malls. It is beauty adjacent. There's a lot of beautiful places beside us and 5 minutes from us. Lots of forests and nature, and there's a beautiful walk by the boardwalk with wooden carvings actually done by Justin's father.
Also true.
However,
it's not like we're in a small town, but we're not.
And I will get pictures of that eventually, but I was like, so I'll just walk down the street and take pictures of strip malls, because that's really all we got if you drive through the place. So.
Mycl, you know what? Look, I'll give it to you straight. As Canadians, Mycl is being too humble. Yeah, it's not the most beautiful place in the world, but I gotta say, Pickering is a very cute town, and technically I live in Ajax, so I'm not too worried because it's way nicer. And Justin lives in Barely, so really, Mike, this is that's coming from you. Anyway, yeah, we will be sharing photos at one point once we can put a little makeup on her and slap her around a little bit so she has that water in her eyes. Anyway, the idea is that was a fantastic post, so well done, Lucas. You win MVP. Of course, there are plenty of other ways to win. This summer, we are introducing the Invictus games, the mini-games. Every week, we are launching a new, beautiful mini-game. This week is one that worked out really well so far as the selfie pose. Take a selfie of yourself.
Oh, my God, so many good ones.
Invictus-filled inside jokes, quotes, pictures. Bob Lyle went through the roof with all these little subtle hints, which I could pick out, but I figure I wasn't allowed to guess. But I mean, you guys just went way overboard in the best possible way. This one so far is my favorite. I am loving this. I showed this to my wife. I just thought this was freaking hilarious. And Sam is the exact same way. He also took a picture on the toilet, calling it a Harlan selfie where he inspired me. We all know I love my poop selfies. So, but either way, guys, great stuff. Keep it going. Originally, I said we were going to pick 5 tonight, but you know what? I love what's going. We're going to push it a bit to maybe the weekend. Keep posting the selfies. You can do as many as you want. You do not have to limit it to one per person. If you want to take another one and try again, go ahead. We're just going to pick our 5 favorite, and then you guys are going to vote on them. So awesome job. Keep them going. But last week's game, we had 2 finalists that we let go back out into the world, and one was a picture of Justin and David at the kitchen table at the cottage. And Justin had a quote bubble above his head that said, "Oh, I rolled 3 natural 20s." Well, that won second place. The first place winner, I am happy to announce, and the person who will be added into the final round of the mini games over the next 5 weeks. Yeah, that's right. You get your hat thrown into the final ring for a grand prize of sorts, and we'll find out more on that later. Is Mr. Matthew Mayer McGuire with his delightful little photo. When you can't believe the aliens refuse to abduct you. A fantastic photo, just encapsulates exactly what it was. Justin with his face like, what? And there's a story behind that photo and all of those photos, and I will happily share them tomorrow on the stream so you guys can get an idea of where they all came from. At least most of them. I don't know where the young Mike came from. I'm assuming what?
Graduation from college.
I was looking for a joke, but sure, let's be real people for a second. I thought you were going to say, you know, when you won beauty contest and
no, graduation from college.
Well, fair enough. You looked beautiful, and you looked the same. You were a youthful boy.
Wait, Mike, you didn't graduate from college. It was a joke. It was a joke all along.
There
we go. I didn't say my graduation. I just said graduation. I was just crashing in graduation because I wanted to be a part of it. Oh, thanks.
So that is the MVP and the photo contest winners, as well as the kind of reminder of what the minigame is this week. So go ahead and get your selfies in there. Well done, guys, so far. A lot of fun this week, and I'm having a great summer vacation. Finally, I want to remind everybody that today we are going to be having the mid-game post. That means about halfway through this game, Justin's going to stop the action. We're going to jump on the Facebook group, and we're going to ask for the first 3 comments and the 20th comment, and you will all get 5 XP each. That means you're going to have a boatload of XP, and we want you to spend it tonight to help us survive. How can they help us? Well, I'm going to throw it over to Justin to tell you a bit about that and then jump right into the gameplay because I am sick and tired of talking. I got to get into character, real 3D style. Justin, take it away.
Well, everybody, I could tell you how the game works right now, but all I will say is that the players, they're contestants, you can see at the bottom. Each contestant has a number, and they're going to be going through a number of different rooms, and after each room that they beat, there's going to be a bit of an intermission. And at these points, these little nuggets, these safety nuggets, they are going to have an opportunity to open a box. And it starts out with a bronze box. But if you want to spend experience points to get them a higher tier box, they're going to get better items the higher the tier box. So a bronze box, like here, I'll read some of the examples in the bronze box. They might get an air horn, or a beer bottle, or a fork. But if they're in the gold box, they're going to roll a 1d20, and maybe they'll get, I don't know, a shotgun, or a mini tank, or a lobotomizer, whatever that is. So be sure to have your experience points ready so that when they hit those checkpoints, you'll be able to spend them like that and get them those gold boxes right away to help them get to the end of the running dead!
Oh, sorry. That's right.
All right.
Your glasses look like Snapchat glasses, Harlan.
These aren't Snapchat. These are real 3D glasses.
They
Like-
look so...
Snatch chat? What?
These are real 3D from a 3D movie glasses because no one I know wears glasses, and my character does.
Okay.
Justin, take it away, mon frere.
Okay. Clark, you're having a bad dream. You can't really make anything out. You just know that you are surrounded. You're surrounded by things that want to eat you. And they've done a pretty good job so far eating all of your friends up to this point, but they haven't gotten you yet. As you look around the misty dreamscape, you see houses. It looks like white houses sticking out, kind of in the darkness. And you also see, far in the distance, what looks to be a cross. No, not one cross. 3 crosses, illuminated in the darkness. You feel like you're in some sort of small town. But these things around you, you can feel them getting closer and closer and closer. And you pull out your flashlight, and you see one in front of you. It's right in front of you, 5 inches away from your face. And you're so shocked that you wake up and you gasp for breath. And as you inhale, you go into a bit of a panic because your mouth is filled with some strange material, like it's asphyxiating you. And you begin to shake violently and try to get whatever it is off, and you realize that your arms and your legs are restrained. They're being held kind of in place by some sort of membrane around you. What do you do?
Well, I look around. Do I see anything?
It is pitch black. But as you move your head to each side, you feel a cold metallic strip right in front of your face. You're lying on your back.
Help! Is anyone there?
And as you shout, you can hear muffled in front of you, "Help! Is anyone there?" The sound of your voice is being muffled by whatever's right in front of you. You can breathe, but it's very claustrophobic in whatever space you're in.
I begin scratching at the membrane.
Okay. So scratching at the membrane, it feels like some sort of rough material. And after a while, as you scratch around up to in front of you, you feel the sensation of, it's a very familiar feeling, a piece of metal. It's a zipper. That cold piece of metal in front of you is a zipper.
Is there any way for me to unzip it? Like, can I feel up top for that
Definitely.
little piece?
Okay, so you stick your finger up through the top, and you manage to wiggle it out and get to the top of the zipper, and you begin pulling it down along your body. And you get it open to a point where your face is free, finally. And instinctively you take a deep breath and you breathe in the fresh, stale air of of something that doesn't smell very good.
Ugh.
And you push yourself up and begin to look around. And you're in you're in a dark room. And you seem to be in some sort of bag. And your memory is completely blank. You do not remember how you got here or why you're here. The only thing that you remember is, in the blink of an eye, your name comes to you. Clark Boyle.
I'm Clark. I quickly pinch myself instinctively.
Okay. So you pinch yourself, and it hurts. It's somewhat uncomfortable.
I'm not dreaming.
No, you're not, Clark. You're not dreaming at all.
Okay. My eyes adjust. Is it still pitch black?
It isn't. There are two sources of light. To your left, there is a blinking green light. Very small, not big at all, but it illuminates the room just a little bit at every blink. And then on the other side of the room, you see what looks to be a window. Because it's so dark, it looks like it's just floating in midair. But the window has, in between the glass, a metal mesh. And it looks like it's looking out into some sort of hallway, because it's beaming a bit of very faint red light through it.
Okay. I kind of get up. I assume my legs are quite tired.
No,
or stiff.
Your legs feel fine. They feel completely fine, surprisingly.
I walk over to the window slowly to make sure I don't trip on anything.
Okay. Peter, you are dreaming away, and you're having somewhat of an uncomfortable dream as well, and you open your eyes, and you hear something beside you. You feel like you're not in your own bed. You are covered by something, a blanket, you deduce very quickly, but something is walking up close to you, beside your bed.
Hello?
And Clark, as you reach the window, you hear a timid voice coming from your left and below you, and looking down into a bed that is now illuminated by the window as your eyes are adjusting, you see a man with thick-rimmed glasses squinting up at you.
Hello? Who are you?
Who the fuck are you? Oh, God.
Clark Boyle. That's all I can tell you.
What are you doing in my bedroom? And I sit up.
And sitting up, you can now see the blinking light, and you also see, your eyes are adjusting pretty quickly, Peter, and you see that this room has 5 beds. 2 of them are actually stretchers, and they all seem to have something on them. One of them has an empty, what looks to be a body bag, and the other 3 appear to be full.
Wait, this isn't my bedroom. Who'd you say you were? Clark?
Clark Clark Boyle.
And
Who
I
do you say
stand
you
up.
were?
Peter McGuire. What, where the fuck am I?
So this isn't your bedroom.
No, it's not my fucking bedroom.
Well, that's good. Good thing.
So
You seem awfully calm. What are you, daft? Where the fuck are we?
I have no idea.
you turn your head back to the window that you were about to inspect, Clark. And I want you to give me a notice roll.
Okay.
Okay? And the way we're doing this with Fate right now, we're actually building our characters as we're playing. So David's going to decide how good his character is at notice right now. He can make it a great skill, or he can make it an average skill or fair, whatever he feels like. And, yeah, but it's up to him.
I'm going to make this a good skill.
A good skill. So that's +3, right?
Yeah.
Can I go
Okay.
help him or see what he's doing?
Sure, yeah. So you see that Clark is leaning him. He's looking at something. Because you're giving it a good skill, tell me, Clark, why are you good? A flashback comes to you. Something from your past that makes you believe that you're good at noticing things.
I remember birds. Birds in my past. Birds that I cared for. I would notice a little bit of, dirt on my, on one of his feet, and I would clean it off. I would notice that one of them was angry at each other. I remember lots of birds and knowing them all so intimately.
Okay. So you kind of go off into this memory, and meanwhile, Peter, you're kind of looking around the room as well. You go ahead and do a notice roll. Or what are you? Yeah.
Yeah, I'll make mine. I'll make mine. I'll make it average.
Okay.
Because this is a perception, visual, right?
Right.
Not like investigative or anything like that. Like, okay, so it's just visual. So yeah, I'll give it an average.
Okay. So both of you guys go ahead and roll. You're going to be rolling 4 fudge die, which are the blue ones. And you're going to be adding your skill bonus. David, it's +3, and you said fair, right, Peter?
No, mine's average, so mine evened
Average.
out. Mine's
Okay.
0.
All right, so you realize your glasses are kind of foggy.
I can't see anything.
And how about you, Clark?
So how does this work? Sorry.
So you're rolling 4 of the blue die, the ones with the plus on them. They're called fudge die.
Okay. And then I get a +3 after that type thing?
That's right.
Okay.
Ooh. Okay, so you're kind of zoning out into your memory, and you snap out of it when you realize that there is a silhouette. You think you see the silhouette of a bird in the window. And you kind of snap and come to and take a closer look, and you realize that it's not a bird. It's a dark smear sliding down the window, blocking some of the red light coming from the other side.
Okay.
Like
Like an active hand?
Yeah, you could probably surmise that there was a hand on the other side of it, maybe covered in blood that was smearing across the window dramatically.
Would I hear the smear?
No. It's not. This is just the smear is there. You don't actually see the person.
Oh, okay. That's what I was asking.
Yeah.
I was asking if I saw the hand.
Yeah. That makes sense.
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
No.
But as you wipe your glasses, Peter, you look up and you see someone moving in one of the beds.
Hello? And I start walking, but like kind of with a hand out. Hello? Clark, I think someone's moving over here.
Josh Jones, you're having a horrible dream. The worst nightmare you've had in your life, but you've had it before. Can you describe your dream for me, Josh? What do you see, Josh?
Oh my God! It's my mother's car accident, and she was T-boned at a red light, and it's just the sound and the glass and seeing her head on the windshield. Oh my God! Oh my god.
Oh,
And all the people screaming and panicking, and it seems like forever for the ambulance to get here, and I can't find my phone, and I see my phone is smashed over on the side. I can't call for help.
Oh, that sounds horrible, Josh. That sounds absolutely terrible. But be careful. And Peter, you step closer, and a leg flies out from the bed.
Jesus Christ! I'm trying to check. Fuck off!
And you can go ahead and do a dodge roll or some sort of defend roll. Now, the way defend works in Fate is that there are a number of skills that apply to defend. So depending on what your character is good at, you might be able to defend with notice, you might be able to defend with fight or athletics. It just depends on what skill you're going for. So can you think of a defend skill that you would go for, Harlan?
Can it just be dodge?
There isn't a dodge skill. That would be athletics.
Okay, then I'll say athletics.
Okay, so what is your athletics skill?
Average.
Average as well. Okay. So go ahead and roll a 1d4 to see if you actually get out of the leg of Josh. The leg of Josh.
A 1d4?
Sorry, the 4 blue fudge die.
Right. Oh, that's not bad.
All right. So you dodge out of the way, no problem.
And fucking hell. I just came over to check on you.
Josh, you hear a voice.
What?
And you come to, and you feel sweat all over you.
What the hell? Where?
Your eyes are adjusting to the darkness. There's a green blinking light and what looks to be 2 silhouettes, one closer, one farther from you. One standing by a window.
I have my hand out still.
And I'm going to go to reach for my gun and realize I don't have it.
What are you trying to do?
Go to reach my knife, realize I don't have it.
What, you got an itchy bum or something? Stand up.
The fuck? Who?
Fuck me. Fuck you. You just tried to kick me. You wanker. I walked over to check on you.
What the hell what? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, where are we? Who are you?
What? I don't fucking know.
Who the fuck are you two? What are we doing here?
I was asleep in bed, and now I woke up and there's you trying to kick me, and this fucker over here looking out a window. I don't know where I am.
Oh my god. So
Josh, you can take this opportunity. You don't have to do a roll, but why don't you tell me do you have notice as a skill?
I do, and I think it would be a fairly good skill because I'm to make a little extra money. I would occasionally steal cars, and so I'd be very aware of my surroundings and who's around and that sort of thing.
Oh, okay.
Listening.
Great. So you're having a flashback right now. You're looking around frantically, and you're having a flashback to these cars. Why don't you go ahead and give me a roll?
Alrighty. So what am I doing here? How many would you like, sir?
4. It's always going to be 4.
Always 4?
That's always the same roll. So you guys can always cue that up. Okay, and you said it's a good skill?
It is a good, yeah.
Okay, so you add +3 to that, so that means that you succeed with style because it was only a difficulty of 1. So, the shot of adrenaline from the quick interaction with Peter has made your vision, your night vision, impeccable. To look around the room and in a few moments gather everything that's in the room. So, just to your left, on the same wall as the window, there is a door. A heavy-looking door with one of those, like, teacher's windows, I guess a small slit. Then on the far side of the room, you actually see what looks to be a bulletin board just behind one of the beds. And then to the right of you, there is another bed that has the source of the green blinking light is actually an IV machine that is hooked up to something in that bed. And beside that is a desk with a bunch of papers scattered everywhere. And you actually see papers scattered across the floor as well.
All right. Checking. Do I have anything on me? Do I have my lighter? Do I have anything?
You do have a lighter. A lighter and cigarettes.
Fuck this. And I'm walking over. I first want to see as much of their faces as I can, and I want to walk over to the
Dim the light.
bulletin board.
I can't see when you have the light in my face.
You just shut the fuck up for a second.
Hey, fuck you! Fucking. And I walk over to Clark. Fucking asshole.
All right. So
Yeah,
Clark,
whatever.
with the flickering light of the lighter in the room, you can now see everything too. You see that this is definitely a smeared handprint of blood on the window. You see the bulletin board, you see the desk, you see the IV machine hooked up to a body covered in one of the beds. And then you also see another stretcher, kind of like the one that you got off of, with a body bag.
Just to clarify, this is the smear on the outside of the window or on the inside of the window?
It's on the outside.
It's on the outside. Okay.
Yeah.
And with the light in the room, I guess I'd see it too as I was walking over to Clark.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you can see it as well, Peter.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, this doesn't look good.
No, it doesn't. What's that? And I pointed over to the bag covered, the body covered. Has he just not gotten up yet?
I don't know if we should touch it. Who knows what it could be? I mean, probably a person.
And I walk over.
Okay. So you walk over and take a look at the bed, and you see that there is this IV machine that is actually hooked up to something in there,
But I
but
can't
it's completely covered by the blanket.
I take a few steps up to it, and then I take a step back. Aye! And I kick sort of the metal of the bed. Wake up!
Okay. And something, whatever's on the bed, starts to stir a little bit.
And I grabbed it. I go to reach for the sheet by the foot, and I want to pull the thing off.
Okay. So you pull the blanket off quickly, and I want you to do a, I'm going to say a fight roll.
Fight?
No, I guess not. No, don't worry about it. Just, you pull it off. You don't have to do anything. That's
My favorite kind of roll.
I'm just trying to think of opportunities for you guys to use skills. So as often as you guys can, if you can think of a new way to try a different skill that your character might, that angle that they would want to take, then by all means go for it. But anyways, Peter, you pull the blanket off of the bed. And there, beneath that blanket, is a man with dark skin, dressed in a doctor's lab coat.
Aye. And I walk over to him. Is he awake or alive? Can I see?
So you get closer, and his eyes are closed, and you see a name tag on him, and it says Dr. Harris. And with the IV hooked up, he's not responding to you.
There's a doctor over here. He's under the blanket, but he seems to be hooked up to an IV. If he put us here, why the fuck is he in one of the beds? Anybody?
I'm still checking the bulletin board to see what's on the bulletin board. I
Yeah,
kind
oh,
of glance
yeah.
over and be like,
Fuck the doctor, but make sure the bulletin board's covered.
So Josh, you walk over to the bulletin board, and looking at it, there's a few things on there. There's a pamphlet that says, "Welcome, enjoy your stay at Royal Kennedy Hospital," and there's also, most strikingly, is a picture, and it looks like it's been there. Well, there's no dust or anything on it, and it's a picture of that's obviously been drawn by a little kid. And there is the caricature of a man in a long trench coat with completely black skin, and holding hands with a little girl, and in clunky blue letters it says, "Thank you, Dr. Harris."
now, is there anything to write with?
There might be something at the desk.
All right. Well, again, I'll go over check because I don't think that I don't think Peter has a light source yet. Correct?
No, I don't.
Okay, so can I pass by the doctor on the way to the desk, or are they two separate?
Yep, it's in the way.
Okay. So I'll just be like, fuck, see anything? Does the doctor look alive to you? I don't.
I have no idea. Does the IV have juice?
Is there any labels on it? Yeah, any labels or anything on the IV?
Okay, so looking at the IV, you do see that there is an old-fashioned kind of, screen with like the black lettering and the gray background, and it seems to be tracking a heart rate. It's an IV and a heart rate monitor. It's one of those. It's more than one.
Is it beeping?
It's beeping, but the light is blinking. The green light is blinking.
Yeah, he's alive. It says it. He's got his fucking heart rate thing. Yeah.
This is fucked. All right, go over to the desk.
Okay, so I want you to do an investigate roll.
Well, that's fine. I'll watch him here.
I'm with Peter. I'm with Peter.
You're with Peter, Clark? Okay.
Yeah, monitoring his pulse.
Oh, okay.
Mark, get your hands off my neck. Don't monitor mine.
So Josh,
sure you're
go over to
alive.
the desk, and you begin looking around, and you do find a pen, and it looks like it's been used quite a bit to write down a number of notes. But also on the desk, you find a piece of paper that, when you flip it over, it's got another picture on it. And this one appears to be older. It looks like it's been folded many times. And there appears to be a man who doesn't look like the doctor at all, who is really angry. He's kicking a TV. And there's a little girl cowering in the corner. And it says, "Please help my daddy. He's very angry." Once again, drawn by the same...
And then I'll take a picture and I'll draw like a little stick man with a gun shooting the daddy and go, there, he's cured.
So while you're doing that, Peter and Clark.
I want to check the body here. Just
Okay. Perfect. So go ahead and do investigate. What's your investigate?
So we have 1 great, 2 good, 3 fair, and 4 average, right?
That's right.
So my investigate will be good.
Okay, perfect. And something comes to you, a memory.
Yeah, I remember. I'll do this in character. I remember my profession, and I remember writing novels, mystery novels, tons of them. The Willow's Walk, The Cellar Calls, just horror novels of all different sorts and sizes, shapes, short stories, long stories. And I remember investigating each line where each killer would go and making sure that they couldn't be caught, and it would be such a satisfying end. So that's where my investigation mind comes from, that side of it.
Perfect. Okay, so go ahead and do your roll, your investigate, and you get a +3.
All right. I'm gonna need it.
All right, +1. So you begin rifling through the coat of the man and trying to find things. And every now and then, because of the darkness, you bump him a little bit more than you want to.
So.
And
I have a pen. I always sleep with a pen, so I'm kind of just using that to try not to touch and lift his arm with my pen.
Okay, perfect. So eventually you get to one of the pockets, and you poke it, and you hear something jingling inside, something metallic.
And I try to, not obviously, but I try to hide it a bit from Clark, and I reach into the pocket.
Okay.
We'll do stealth, I guess?
Yeah, go ahead, stealth.
I'll say I'm fair at stealth.
Okay, so go ahead and roll to see if you can hide it from Clark.
All right, and no.
Okay, so Clark,
I wasn't obviously trying to hide. I was just trying to keep my back to it.
Yeah, so you see, leaning over, you see that Peter is reaching for something in the pocket.
What are you looking for there?
There's something jingling.
Did I roll a notice?
Nope, it's okay.
I failed it, so yeah. And I reach in and I pull out whatever's inside.
Okay, so you pull out what looks to be keys. And as you hold them in your hand, you hear the IV machine go, beep.
Put those back in.
I don't think the keys fucking killed him, Clark. I think
you know what? It's anything.
if you're that religious, then you're fucking stupid. And I walk away.
Okay, so you walk away, and Clark, you're kind of left standing there,
Like-
seriously, and you.
I was sitting there
No,
looking
I-
at Clark like,
I-
did you think the keys had him started? Like, what the fuck, man?
No, I grabbed.
We just turned him off.
I just go and grab the keys. I try to grab the keys from him.
For me?
Oh, you trying to grab them from Peter?
Yeah,
Okay,
I am superstitious in this way.
sure. All right.
So what do I have to do?
Okay, so that would be a fight roll.
Can I?
It depends
can I
on
try
how.
and? Can I try and convince him?
Yeah, you can try, but if you're using it on a fellow player, you have to. You try to convince him.
What do you look like, Clark?
What do I look like?
Yeah. What's your size, dimensions? What do you look like?
Pretty much the same as I do right now.
Okay.
No,
I wouldn't be too worried.
No, it's sort of like a button, sort of like a button-up shirt, I guess, with a bit of like a bigger beard.
Okay.
You know, like a bigger beard, like I'm like semi-homeless, but you know what I'm talking about.
Okay.
You know what I mean? You know, can I just see the keys for a second? I just want to check something. I just want to. I think there's something over here with the IV that I can check out.
What do you want to check out with the keys? What are you trying to find out?
Well, there's just like a little lock, a little lock over here that I just want to see if I can get open.
I put the keys in my pocket. You want to put the. There's a lock on the IV.
Put the keys back in his pocket, please.
If he'll shut you up, and I push past Clark and I slip them back in his pocket.
So you put them back in his pocket, and as you do, you feel movement. Even though the heart rate monitor / IV machine is saying that
Is
he's
it still
dead.
running? So I turn around sort of with a fucking say, and I go in and grab the keys again.
Okay, and as you go to grab them, a hand reaches up and grabs onto your wrist.
Fucking hell! And I pull as hard as I can.
Okay, so now this is going to be a defend. I'm going to let you use either athletics or fight to get away from this.
I'll do fight
Or
and
physique,
I'll make
or
it
physique.
fair. Well, I'll do fight.
Okay.
And I'm making fight fair. Because I'm a fair fighter. Oh, god damn it. So fail.
Okay. So the hand is holding on tight, and you feel the body shift, and the eyes open, and this man looks at you, and he bares his teeth, and he yells, "Ah! Ah! Ah!" And
Take the keys out of his pocket.
Fuck off! And I grab... Do I have a chance to react, or what?
Well, with your defend roll, that was you reacting, trying to get away.
Sorry, can I
I'm gonna let Josh react.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna take the chair and just bash the guy over the head with it.
Okay.
My
go
first
ahead.
natural, my first instinct, and I'm gonna say fighting is gonna be either great or I'm gonna say it's a good skill for me because growing up in a poor neighborhood, I was pretty small growing up, and I had to fight a lot.
Okay. So a flashback comes back of you fighting in.
Oh yeah, started in schoolyards in like grade 5 and 6, and again I had a lot of anger when my father left. I didn't, you know.
And there was a kid who used to tease you. That's what's coming back.
Fucking bastard, and
Yeah.
that's all I'm seeing right now because he used to get in my face and be like, "Ah, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do?" And so that's all I'm hearing right now. So I'm just like,
Where the fuck did you grow up?
So go ahead and roll your fight. Roll your fight, and this is all going through your mind as you swing the chair.
and I'm gonna like if I can, I'm gonna hit him like 4, 5, 6, 7 times. Like I'm just going.
All right. Well, let's start with one.
But
All right.
again, I am putting it as a good.
Okay. Perfect. So the chair comes down and connects solidly with this thing's face. And it looks like it was sitting up and leaning, and it had its teeth bared, and you kind of get the impression that it was going to bite Peter. But your chair connects with the head, and it stays sitting upright for a couple seconds before it slumps back onto the pillow.
And as I said, I'm just keep bashing it until the chair is breaking and splintering and throw it.
So
Fuck
Peter,
that.
you're getting
Fuck you.
covered in blood right now, and Clark, you're noticing.
And actually,
all of
this is a good point too. Should we do willpower, like as one of our things?
Definitely.
Because my highest is going to be willpower.
Okay.
Because I've written, do we need flashbacks for that too?
For your greatest one, yes. A
Okay.
flashback for willpower.
I've seen a lot of death in my life through writing, which has inspired said writing. I've taken enough lives to know what bothers me, and not much bothers me. So, willpower is not too, doesn't do me in. So Peter's actually standing there getting covered in the blood, but while he's like freaking out, he's not really scared at the blood or anything like that. He's just sort of like, get this fucker off me!
All right. So as Peter's getting sprayed in blood, Clark, what are you doing?
Do I need to have a willpower as well, or?
I'm gonna say yeah. Let's see how you're handling all of this.
I'm gonna put that as a fair.
Okay.
Oh, do I need to roll die?
Yep. Roll the die. All right. No problem. So you see the blood splattering, but it's dark enough that you can't really make out much of it. You just hear that.
And it's mostly on my face.
Yeah, I'm far enough away, and I feel kind of bad about the other thing, about telling him to take the keys out, that I'm not really concentrated on the guy's skill being bashed in.
So at this point, you guys all have 2 fate points, and you can use fate points to re-roll things. And Mycl, just to move things along, kind of going with your last little scene there with the flashback of the kid, I want to give you an aspect. And this is something that can either benefit you or hinder you later. I want to give you the aspect of ruthless. Okay, so I'm going to give you a fate point. You can keep that, and that's going to be that'll be 3 fate points that you have to spend. But this ruthless perk, you can use that against yourself. I might use it against you, or you might be able to use it for yourself. All right?
Absolutely. Yep.
And every time I invoke an aspect against you guys, like one of your character aspects against you, I give you a fate point for that. Okay, so the body lies still, and silence settles again in the room, the only sound being that of the beeping IV machine and your own heavy labored breathing.
And that's why I didn't fucking put the keys back, Clark, you fucking idiot. And I grabbed the keys.
That's why. You knew that was going to happen.
I didn't know it was going to happen, but it fucking well should have.
Really, I was right, actually. Anyway, no, it doesn't matter.
What? It wasn't taking the keys that made him fucking attack me.
How do you know?
Because whoever put us here is for a fucking game, don't you fucking see? Josh, you're not a complete fucking twat, you must understand.
Keep moving, gentlemen.
Yeah, what? We hear that?
I'm just saying it right now.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Do we hear it?
Well, you guys do.
Who keeps fucking telling us to move?
What the fuck? I unplugged the frickin' beeping machine because I'm sick and tired of listening to that.
All right.
And go over to the door.
And the door is locked.
Yeah, I've got the keys, hold on. And I walk over. Now listen. Whatever fucking is behind this door, we need to start understanding that we don't take stupid risks for our lives, Clark.
Okay, Peter.
What? Hey, fucking what? I'm just saying, are you listening to me at all?
Yeah, kind of.
We don't... Listen. I don't know who either of you fuck.
Okay, let's go through these rooms.
I'm saying that we need to stop taking stupid fucking risks like that. The man's dead, we take what's on him and leave.
We need to be careful, though. Did you see that smear on the window?
Is that leading into the room that we're going into?
So the door leads into the hallway that the window was there, yeah.
Okay. Well, if that's any sign, then maybe we should find something there to protect ourselves first. And I look around, is there anything sort of like a pipe or anything?
If you tried, you could probably break off one of the legs of one of the stretchers.
Josh,
Like
you
a
look a
bar
lot
for one
more
of the stretchers.
manly than me. Do you want to try to break this thing down with me?
Okay, so I'm going to take, again, the stretcher that I just bashed the guy on, and I'm going to flip it over, shake it, and break it, get my feet up on there, and if I can break it. And then I also want to go through his pocket, see if he's got a wallet.
Okay.
Take any cash that he has.
No problem. So go ahead and do a... You know what? I'm just going to say that it takes enough time. You manage to break apart a metal rod by disconnecting it. And in terms of a wallet, you do find one, but it just has ID in it. No money.
But does it have like a swipe card?
Yes, it does have a swipe card.
I will take that.
Perfect.
And no credit cards?
No credit cards.
Okay, I'll take the swipe card. I'll pass Peter the pipe, and I'll just grab again, like a couple of the sharpened, like pieces of chair, like the chair legs or whatever that are broken off.
All right.
Pass
So
one to Clark and be like, good luck, buddy.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
So you guys have these bars. They don't really feel like they're going to defend you too well, but a little extra reach might not hurt. But if he's as strong, if anything else in the hallway or in the rest of the hospital is as strong as that guy was, who grabbed onto your arm, you don't think that a bar is going to be able to do much.
Look, I don't know why we're here. I don't remember anything that will lead me here, and I'm going to go out on a fucking limb and say you're about the same as I am. Is that right?
Yeah, no, I don't remember anything either. Except I keep thinking this is just a dream.
Well, I promise it's not. I can feel the blood on my face to quantify it, so let's do this way. I think as long as we're working together, we stand a better shot at getting out of whatever fucking maze this is. So for now, let's agree to work together, aye?
Okay. I can do that. And no more keys.
No more fucking keys. And I stand over to the door and I unlock it. And I turn to Josh. After you.
Fuck. I walk through.
All right.
And
So
then
you
take a quick perception scan of the room.
Perfect. Okay. So looking around, it's a hallway, and to your left, you see that it goes down. You can see more light. It looks like there's some sort of atrium far down the hall. It's like, it's just an atrium. It looks like it's all glass, like kind of in a courtyard sort of enclosure. You get the feeling that you're not on the first floor for some reason, just your innate senses. Then you also see what looks to be a nursing station, just to your left, about 10-15 feet, and another hallway jutting out perpendicular to the one that you're in. And then looking down to the right, the last place you look, you see a silhouette, kind of standing awkwardly in the red glow of an exit sign. And he's standing there. Looks like he's facing the other way.
Is that a fucking person down there? Is that?
Can I roll a notice roll to get more information?
You can do a notice roll, sure.
And I'm going to crouch down as he's doing this and try to find somewhere to hide.
Okay, so I have a +3 on that. I take a look. I try to see if it looks like he's standing normally.
It does not look like he's standing normally. In fact, every now and then, he's kind of shuffling, and every now and then he'll stop, and he'll bang on the ground with one of his feet, and he'll put his arms up in the air like this.
Jesus
all
Christ.
very quietly.
So that I can see, and only I can see that.
How far away is he, roughly?
Oh, he's way down the hall. He's maybe 5 or 6 rooms.
So I look at Clark and Josh. Well, I'm not fucking going that way.
I noticed the nurse's station, and I want to see if there's anything in there that we can hold on to, like some sort of med packs or anything like that for future, and even maybe something that we could use as a weapon, possibly.
Agreed.
All right. So you make your way down the hall. Now, I know that Peter's already done a stealth roll.
Yeah.
Josh and Clark, how are you guys for stealth?
You know what? I will put stealth as my great.
Okay. So this is a big flashback. Something comes back to you. This feels very natural to you, Josh. And what comes back to you?
So I remember a darkened street, and I'm looking down the street in the alleyway, and I'm remembering that I was actually sent to become a full member of the gang. I had to make my first kill, and it had to be another gang. And I remember sneaking through the alley, making my way up the fire escape, very quietly opening the window, realizing it wasn't his room, it was his little sister's room, and so I was able to go through that without waking her, and finding his room, opening the door very quietly where he slept, and slitting his throat, and making my way back out. So not before taking his bandana.
So that all flashes through your mind in an instant. And you feel like you hear a gasp in your mind. It's a strange feeling, but you hear like a and you kind of tilt your head to one side, and then you shake it, and you keep moving, now feeling like another piece of the puzzle is in place for who you are. And you all crowd around the nursing station?
No. When we got close enough, I would motion for Carl to maybe move up on his own, so we're not all crowding it, and that I could watch one way and Josh could watch the other.
Oh, Clark.
Sorry, Clark could go up. Who did I say?
Carl.
Carl. Clark, you go check the nursing station. Josh, go check up at Ed. I'm going to watch our backs. No sense in all three of us doing the same work.
Okay. So I sneak up. My stealth is fair.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah, and that is yeah. So I go off inside and I kind of crouch, kind of like I've never really done this before, but I'm, small enough that I can do it.
Okay.
And I go over to the nurse's station and peek over the counter and to see what's there for us.
Okay. So looking over the counter, you see a bunch of files, pieces of paper and stuff. But what catches your eye is what looks to be a locked cabinet of some sort. Maybe where they keep the pills?
Peter, do you have those keys?
Yeah. And I take them out of my pocket and I toss them to him.
And so you grab them and you start trying to open it. And as you're trying to find the right key, you guys, I guess it would be Peter, you hear something coming down the perpendicular hall.
And I just kind of hug up against the wall with the pipe. What do I see?
So peeking around, you see someone walking, the silhouette of someone. Once again, the only light is the light from the exit signs, placed variously throughout the halls. And it looks like the figure of a girl. And she's cowering, she's walking very silently.
Does it look like the same figure that we saw down the hall?
No, it doesn't. It looks like this person's walking with care. She's trying not to be heard.
I turn to Clark.
I stop. I stopped using keys.
Okay. So she stops. And you see her disappear to one side. And then you see another figure start coming down the hallway.
Can I see any of this?
No, because you're still at the...
I'm still underneath, right? So I can't see over.
Yeah, yeah. But Josh, you can see this now. You see a man walking down the hall, and it looks like he's walking a little further than the girl did. And he stops, and it looks like he's holding something in his hands.
All right. Now the man, sorry, the girl that was walking seemed normal?
She seemed normal, yeah. She was.
But the guy does not.
He seems normal as well. He doesn't look like the guy that you saw down the hall stomping his feet.
Okay. Now, is there stationary implements like scissors?
Yep. Yep.
I will grab a pair of scissors and see if I can sneak up behind him.
Okay, now he's actually coming towards you guys.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'll just grab them and have them ready.
Okay. And I'll start walking up stealthily towards where Peter is, behind the nurse's terminal.
Okay, Peter, I want you to do a stealth roll.
Okay, I will.
As you move.
And my stealth is fair, so +2. So +3 success.
Okay. So you manage to make it across the hall, but you can still hear the footsteps of these people getting a little closer.
And I look to Josh as I pass and I say, "Don't fucking risk it. Let them pass. We don't know who we're up against just yet."
So it looks like the only way to, yeah, okay. So you're hiding at the nursing station?
Now I'm behind the under the nurse's station.
Okay, perfect.
I have that lip.
So now, is there any way to get into a position to see what's going on and to see when they're coming?
Back in the other room, you could go back to the doorway there.
Do I feel like I could get there without them seeing?
It would be risky because they're getting pretty close.
All right. Now, was it a pretty girl?
You don't know.
I couldn't see?
You couldn't see.
All right.
I pocketed the keys, by the way.
Okay. So you didn't open it all the way, I guess.
Oh, it did open?
Nope, because you stopped, right?
Yeah, because I didn't want to alert them.
I'll say you opened it, but you haven't actually unlocked it, but you haven't opened it yet.
Okay, is it?
All right.
Can I test it to see if it creaks?
It does creak.
Oh, okay, I stopped.
Okay, so making their way down the hallway, you start to hear their footsteps get a little bit more relaxed. And small...
So they seem like they're sneaking?
They seem like they're sneaking, yeah. And small sketchers, female sketchers, appear behind the nursing station. And she says, "There might be something here. There might be something that'll help keep us alive." Julian? It's Julian, right?
Can I see them talking from under the station?
You can hear them talking, and you can only see their feet. Or their waists down.
So I see one small sneakers. What's the other person wearing? Julian.
You cannot see right now.
Okay.
You don't see him. Hello, Julian? Where the fuck did you go, Julian?
Oh.
I am trying to be quiet. Gosh. And then you see some loafers come into view. And he says, "Do you see anything here under the nursing station? Maybe a medical pack? I do not want to run into any more of those angry people, no?" Yeah, I know. All right. We'll find something. And you see her start moving towards the opened cabinet.
Is there anything behind me? Anything that I can use as a weapon?
The chair, you can push the chair out, because you're hiding kind of behind
oh
the
no, I
chair.
have my pen, don't I?
Yeah, you have your pen.
So I'm going to look to Clark, and I'm going to stand up and grab her if I can and hold the pen to her neck, but kind of hide it like this.
Okay, so what do you want to call that? What skill would that be?
Silliness?
Silliness. Okay.
How about fight?
Fight. Okay, you know what? I'm not going to make you roll or anything.
Intimidate?
I'm just going to say, because they're surprised, yeah, we'll give you intimidate.
Okay.
Provoke, I guess.
Okay.
Is close enough to intimidate.
Oh.
But you can decide what skill you have. I'm not going to make you roll right now just to move things along. But you jump out, and you grab her, and you hold your pen to her.
Yeah, but I try to cover it so they can't see it's a pen.
Okay.
And I jump at the same time, you know.
And instantly, as
I cover her mouth too. That would make sense, eh?
Yeah. Okay, you cover her mouth, and you see that there's a man in front of you. He looks to be average height, but he's got a black mustache, and he's wearing a nice suit, and he holds up a gun, and he's got it aimed right at your head. Yeah.
Don't do anything stupid, lad.
I would say the same about you, no?
Let's just talk for a second, eh?
Well, why don't you let go of my friend and uncover her mouth so that we can all speak together?
Now, am I in sight? Like, because they're like, are they around the desk? Can they see me or no?
They can't see you yet. They're pretty distracted right now too.
All right. Now, do I have the way that Peter got to the girl? Can I get to the guy?
Yep.
You're behind him, are you not?
Yeah, you're behind him right now.
So you have all the
Where I
advantage.
pictured.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, then in that case, I'll just stab him in the back with the scissors, right in the throat.
Oh, you're gonna stab. All right.
Yeah, I'm just taking
Go
him out.
ahead. Are you going to do a stealth roll?
Yeah, I'll do stealth first.
All right. So this is going up against his notice.
But my stealth is +4.
Okay. So you got 2, and he got 2 as well. So usually we go to the attacker, but I'm going to use a fate point. And I am going to give the fate point to you, Josh.
All right.
I'm going to add +2 to my roll.
Okay.
So
Well,
he
can I use a fate point to reroll?
Nope.
I only use it on the same move.
Not on the same move. No, I'm going to spend another fate point. So he hears you, he senses you coming, and he spins around, and he gets his gun on you. And he says, "Where? You try to sneak up on me like some sort of coward, no? Huh? You want me to shoot you right in the face?"
Now, am I within distance to hit him still?
You are, yeah.
Well, then I will. I'll just try to push the gun aside and stab him in the throat. Oh. It's not the first time. I'm remembering now. It's not the first time I've had a gun in my face.
But if we're in initiative,
yeah.
It's Peter. Yeah.
It would be my turn.
It would be Peter, or actually, it would be Clark.
Yeah, Clark. Did you want to do anything first?
I quickly go to search the safe while this is all happening.
Okay.
Okay. So you open the safe door, and you think you catch a glance of something that looks familiar as you open the door. But I want you to roll a 1d20.
1d20? Okay. Is that a 3?
A 3. Okay. So inside.
You got a wet banana.
Wet banana for you. Inside the drug cabinet, you find a beer bottle, an empty beer bottle.
I take it up and smash it.
Okay. So you smash it on the ground, and the sound of smashing glass echoes through the halls.
No,
And
like just the end. The end of
It's
it.
already broken, though.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, just the end of it, I figured. But
if he knew it wasn't broken, he wouldn't smash it. If he already knew it was broken.
No, it was a regular...
Oh, it was a full beer bottle. Oh, okay, then he smashed it.
You know when you want to take back your chess move?
So you hear the sound echo, and then from all angles, you start to hear people stomping on the ground. and the shouts and cries are getting closer and louder and louder.
Okay, and I turn to Josh and Julian, and I say, "In a fucking second, lads, we need to hide now!" And I get under the desk quickly with the girl, and I say, "Figure it out now. We're clearly all on the same side, you fucking idiots."
And the girl says, "Get your hands off of me!"
And I drop the spitter off, and I say, "Shut the fuck up!" And I get under the desk.
I don't know if we can hide from them. I think we've got to get to the elevator.
Were they not coming from everywhere, though?
It sounds like they're coming from definitely the one down the hallway that you guys saw is on his way over.
Okay, and I turn to her and I say, "Why? Why do you think that?"
Don't ask me why. It sounds crazy, but I heard a voice. I don't remember a whole lot, but I just know not to take the stairs, to get to the elevator.
Why can't we hide, though? Why can't we fucking hide from them?
I don't know. It just feels. And then you hear the man pipe up, and he says, "I tried hiding from them before. It just did not work. As soon as they know that you are there, they will rip everything apart until they find you."
We need to fucking move now.
Okay.
And I turn to Josh. I say, "Not now. We need to save ourselves at the moment." That's Irish. We need to save our fucking selves at the moment. That's still Irish. I forgot my accent.
Mrs. Doubtfire.
No.
That was your accent.
It is okay. Sometimes I lose my accent when I am scared also.
That's right. Let's go. We need to get the fuck out of here to the elevator now. Put aside your petty shit. We're all on the fucking same side, obviously.
All right, so the girl is already pushing herself up, and she's looking down the hall, and she gestures back to Julian. She kind of catches your eye, Peter, as she points to something down there, and you glance behind you, and you see the man that you saw before. He's wearing like an open hospital gown, and he's staggering at a pretty moderate click down the hallway, each step filled with anger.
Is there anything heavy that I can, like a stapler?
Yep, there's a stapler, there's
Or
a paperweight. We'll say there's a paperweight.
Perfect. I want to grab a paperweight and then anything sharp.
Okay, a letter opener.
Perfect. I'm going to grab both.
Is there any string around?
Dental floss.
Okay. I like quickly. Is there a lot of it?
This much.
Oh crap. Okay.
All right, and I'm moving. I'm moving to the elevator.
Okay, and you see as you're moving, Clark, what are you doing?
Well, I was looking for string.
Okay. So you're looking for string. Peter's moving. Josh, what are you doing?
Is the gun still in my face?
No, the gun is not in your face. It's aiming down the hall at where the girl was pointing.
Fucking lucky. You're fucking lucky. And then take off down to the hall. take off down to the elevator.
I take off too.
Okay, and the Frenchman follows behind you guys, and you make your way down the hallway, and to the right you see an atrium, and you appear to be on the second floor. You just glance by, and on the other
atrium,
side,
right?
it's glass, yeah. And on the other side, as you glance through, you actually see people on the other side of the atrium, which is just a circle. It wraps around to the other side. There's people smashing on the glass. And one of the panes of glass actually smashes, it shatters, and a body falls through and hits the ground, but you don't see the aftermath. You just keep on going forward.
I want to look around. As I'm running, I want to look for a fire extinguisher.
Okay, so making your way down the hall, you do see that there is a fire extinguisher just to your left, down the hallway that juts to the left and to the right. And the girl signals that the elevator's right in the middle of, like across from the atrium, down that particular hallway. So you'd have to go a little bit to the left to get to it.
Okay, so I'm going to grab I'll tell Clark. Clark, grab the fire extinguisher.
Okay, and I quickly run over and I grab it.
Okay, so you make your way over there, adrenaline pumping as you hear these shouts and screams, and you open the door to, I guess it would be just connected to the wall, eh? Fire extinguishers?
Yeah, they're just like...
It's not like an axe where you have to break...
Yeah, no glass breaking.
You grab it off the wall, and you have to kind of fiddle with the release, but you get it off the wall, and imagine a camera watching your profile, It zooms around to your profile. You take it off the wall, and pulling it back, you see something step out of a room that's right beside the fire extinguisher. And it screams right in your ear. "Ah!" And it tries to swipe at you. Clark, I'm going to roll. You try to roll defend. What are you going to defend with? Athletics, fight, physique.
Dang. Let me think here. I don't know. I had something in mind for the rest of my skills, but I'll go. I'll do fair on physique, I guess. Or no, I'll go fair on fight.
Fair on fight. Okay.
Yeah.
So, go ahead. Try to beat a +4 is what you're aiming for.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Okay. It goes to the attacker. A tie goes to the attacker.
Oh.
You can use one of your fate points to reroll.
Yeah.
That's a pretty good roll as it is.
You can add a +2. You can use a fate point to add +2 to it.
Yeah, I'll invoke the fate point now to add a +2.
Okay, sounds good. So you've got one fate point left, and you fight your way out of it. You actually take the fire extinguisher, and your instincts just kick in as you see this lady screaming next to you, and you bash her in the face with the fire extinguisher, the butt of it. And you make your way back to...
I just laugh as he does that. Oh, Clark, you fuck! Well done!
Come on, quickly, we've got to get to the elevator, guys! And she turns the corner, and she says, come on, quick, I think we're clear. And she starts pressing a button. And... yeah, I feel like something should be happening, no? Something should light up or something.
Is there any way I can open up the elevator panel to check, see if I can do the wiring?
You could. As you go to the paneling, you see that there is actually a swipe card area, but you pull off the panel and you see a bunch of wires beneath it.
Okay.
And from both sides now, you see the girl that you hit in the face is back up on her feet and she's screaming. There are two angry people coming down the hallway just to your right.
And I take the fire extinguisher from Clark. And I say, this is only going to give a bit of time. And I roll it out to the center of the floor. And I tell Julian to shoot it. Be quick!
Cover your ears! And he fires.
And I'll use the swipe card.
Bing! So he fires. The fire extinguisher, you hear, before anything happens, you hear a psst sound. And the door is open to the elevator. Bing! After Josh swipes the card. And you guys rush in before you hear an explosion as the doors are closing.
Oh. Well, that wasn't needed. We could have saved that. I was going for the distract, because it's basically like a mist, right? Like it's a big smoke. It's like you wouldn't be able to see anything, not hurt anything, but more as a distraction.
Yeah, that's what happens when you shoot a fire extinguisher.
That's what happens when you shoot a fire extinguisher, because they're like smoke that's sort of dusty.
Yeah, it wouldn't actually explode. It would just kind of go... Psst.
No, it would explode.
Yeah? Okay.
I checked. See, whenever I do something, I go, would that actually work? And I go, oh, yeah, it would.
This is the Invictus stream / Mythbusters.
When I go to the ideas, I want to get ideas first. So I'm like, fire extinguisher, that work? Yeah, it would. We got it.
And you get into the elevator, and...
Jesus fucking Christ.
The lights to the elevator actually aren't on. And Julian, you hear him looking over his gun and playing with it. He says, that was a good idea. That would have been a good smoke screen for us. What do you say your name was?
Peter.
Yeah, it's good to meet you, Peter. And he goes around and starts introducing himself to everybody.
Didn't know he had a card. I wouldn't have bothered wasting it. We could have bring it to wherever this fucking thing gets off at, but...
Well, let's just hope that it takes us off somewhere that does not have any of those angry people.
Anyway, Peter.
And
Peter
how
McGuire.
about you guys? What are your names? Do you remember? I barely remember my own.
Well, I'm Clark. I remember hardly anything at all, really. You? Do you remember anything?
As I remember how to use this. And he holds up his gun.
Maybe.
How about you, Mr. Scissors? The Scissors, as we say in French.
Josh.
Well,
And I, again, kind of look at the girl and...
yeah. And the girl is standing in the corner. She's really tense, and she looks just pissed off. And she says, well, I guess you want to know my name too, then. Gabby. Gabby Faye. And I don't know what the hell we're doing here.
Look, I don't think anyone knows why we're here. We woke up in a room surrounded by 3 empty beds and one with a doctor tapped to it. When he tried to take his keys, the fucker woke up like these things did. All I remember was that I was a writer back in Maine, and that's all I remember.
That's weird. This is all fucked up. What the hell is that? And she looks up into a corner. And you all look up and you see a red light. And as your eyes adjust to the darkness, you see that the light illuminates a camera.
Is someone watching this? Is someone getting off on this fucking sickness?
And as soon as you say that, lights explode all around you as every wall in the elevator, that's much larger than you actually thought it was when you first moved in, every wall is turned into a television screen. And there, standing in the middle of each screen, you see a tall man dressed in a sparkling blue suit. And he says, "Hello all, and welcome to another episode of The Running Dead!"
Fucking hell.
I'm your host, everyone, Garland Huxley, and boy, do we have an exciting show for you today! Look before you. Five contestants who, I was gonna say they're very innocent, but they are not. These 5 contestants are, well, each of them is a criminal in their own right. And we won't judge the harshness of their crimes because a sin is a sin no matter how small. Isn't that right, Buck?
I don't know what this daft fucking wanker is on about.
So I know that you've all forgotten much about what happens on this show. Am I right, Peter?
Who the fuck are you? What show? What are you talking about?
And the audience laughs. Oh yes, the amnesia dust is working quite well. No, Peter, Clark, all you guys, you are contestants on The Running Dead, which means that you have to make your way through 4 more rooms as an opportunity. We here are giving you the chance to absolve your sins and be good in the eyes of the Church of Retribution. Isn't that what anybody wants? So all you have to do is make your way through the next 4 rooms. Now, the audience, the people watching right now, if I could address you, you are what makes this show what it is. So, at every point in between each room, you will have an opportunity to spend some of your hard-earned experience points on these players. They are each going to be given a bronze box. If you would like to upgrade that box into a silver box, it's going to be 5 experience points. And if you want to upgrade the silver box to a gold box, it's going to be 10 experience points. And if you would like to start from bronze and go straight to gold, that's going to be 15 experience points. Audience, are you ready? Remember, the better the box, the better the weapon that your contestants will have to face the hordes of the undead. Contestants, good luck. And as soon as he finishes, 5 boxes appear in the room. 4 of them are bronze, but 1 of them appears to be gold. So now we're going to loosen things up a bit. We're going to go onto the Facebook page. We're going to see who is going to be spending experience points. We already have a donation of 15 experience points from Gabe Ruiz to Peter McGuire.
Well, thank you, generous host. I appreciate that.
We also have a gold box for David from Matthew McHale.
Aww.
A gold box for who, sorry?
Dave
Clark.
Clark.
Oh, Clark. Perfect. Okay, so we got 2 gold boxes. 2 gold boxes. Is there anything else?
The post is now live to upgrade.
I got 2 silver boxes.
Ooh,
2
5
silvers.
XP from Wherein and 5 from Dustin. So.
All right, so we got 15
Here's
from
fucking
Gabe,
rock.
Post.
15 from Matt.
Hold on. Use the new post to write who you'd like to send a tribute to, and for how much. And it's at the top of the page. And wow, they're already rolling in, so you might want to.
Okay. If more people spend experience points, then there are boxes available, because everybody can only get 1 gold box in the end. We're going to save that for the next room.
Okay, so I already have a gold box from Gabe, so I don't need any more. Michael, what did you had 2 silvers, you said?
Yes.
Okay, Michael's got 2 silvers, which means he's got a gold box, but we've also got Mike Fazio going to Mr. Michael.
You want to save Mike and Aisha for next time, then? Because both of them are going for Michael as well.
Yeah, why don't we save them for next time?
Okay.
Thanks, guys. Really appreciate it. I'll try not to let you down.
And Matthew did the gold box for Clark as well.
Yeah, so we got Clark has a gold box. We've got...
it's the most we've ever gotten. Thank you.
Do this!
I will do you proud, Gabe. I will make sure to win this game for you. As my sponsor, I will win this one for Gabe. Woo!
All right.
Screw that.
So,
who are you playing for, Clark?
Back on.
Matthew. Thanks, Matthew, for the gold box.
I have a little slip of paper in mine that says Gabe Ruiz. What does that mean? Do you suppose he's the one who sponsored me? On my gold box here, there's a piece of paper on top.
Yes.
Anyone? There's 5 fucking people in this tiny elevator. Can no one hear me?
I think that is what happened. It looks like I am not so lucky. Meta, again, if you guys like a particular NPC and you want to help them out, you are welcome to spend experience points to give them a better weapon, but you by no means have to. Let's see how we're doing. Michael for 15. Holy smokes, Michael. So who did you take your first 15 experience from, Mike?
Oh, my goodness. Well, let's see, because oh my goodness.
I was going to say, for clarity, if you've posted it in another spot, because I think Laureen has, repost it in the main post at the top right now so we don't lose track of anything like that, and that's where we'll draw from, okay? Minus Gabe, who I think messaged Justin about it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I will start with Lorraine. Lorraine?
Lorraine. All right.
It was 5 XP for a silver box. I appreciate the gold box, Aisha. I appreciate the comment on the Ninja Warrior. Woo!
Yes, okay, so one final round of applause for our audience. Fantastic. Really great support for the contestants tonight, I must say. So now, contestants, you may go ahead and open your boxes. Let's see what you found. So everybody go ahead and roll a 1d20 on your gold boxes.
17.
17, okay.
Okay. 13.
I also got a 13, but I was using, I believe, a silver box this turn.
Oh, did she spend? She did. She tried to.
She did 5, I believe. She did 5. Dustin did 5, so that would only be a silver, right? Because it takes 10.
10, yeah.
Right. Or I could do the 15 from Aisha right now.
Let's just do the 15 from Aisha, and we'll save those for next time.
There's something on the back of my little slip of paper that says from Gabe Ruiz, and it just says, "Don't die." Do you suppose that means something clever, or it just means what it means? Don't fucking die.
So, let's start with Clark. So you rolled a 13?
Yeah.
You find inside, it looks like a disco ball. But it doesn't look like a cheap dollar store disco ball made of styrofoam and glass. It looks like there's something special about it. It looks like you can hang it pretty much anywhere, as long as you can get to a ceiling. All right. Next is, let's go to Josh. Josh Jones, you also rolled a 13, and this is going to be on a gold?
Yes.
So would you like to go up or down? Doesn't matter in terms of the quality of the item.
I will roll a fate die. I will go down.
You'll go down, okay. So inside, this is awesome. You find a remote-controlled car with an actual remote-control device, and it says Tyco RC4.
RC4, nice. Exploding remote-controlled car.
That's right, and let's move on to Peter McGuire. What did you get?
17, I believe, when I rolled
17. It. So you're actually going to get it's a bag of milk.
I suppose it's not a good time to tell the people that I'm lactose intolerant. Does that make no fucking difference at this point? Well, thank you for the milk.
And on the side of it, in the numbers, the text that they use on the side of milk bags, it says Canada's best. Canada's best milk for Peter McGuire.
Where the fuck is Canada? Is that a real place? I thought it was a made-up fairy tale one.
You don't know. And it's time, everyone, to move on to the next room.
Oh, shit.
So, as you know, the last room that they went through, that's actually called the horror room. And not to take away from the rest of the room, there's going to be quite a bit of horror. But this next room, this is called the puzzle room. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's all give the contestants a warm round of applause. Sorry, give them a warm round of applause as they make their way into the puzzle room to find the safety zone. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
That's my line.
The lights go off. And after a moment, a single light appears at the end of the room, which appears farther down the hall. You didn't realize that the room was as big as it is now. It seems to have grown. And illuminated in the light is a large oaken double door.
All right, listen. Gabby, what was your name? Julien?
Julien? My name is?
Right. And, what's your name again? Clark. Josh, look.
Clark.
You heard what he says. This is a competition of sorts, but I don't think, if we've got 5 fucking rooms to get through, 4 from here, that it's going to do us any good fighting amongst each other. I say we make an agreement that we work through at least the next 3 together, and then free for all at the last.
I can do that.
Yeah. Josh?
He looks very focused right now.
Josh?
Yeah, no, I'm in, man. I'm in.
Let's
Are you sure? Can we count on you?
What, did he say that only one of us can make it?
Well, I don't know. I just assumed.
Didn't he say that whoever makes it can get redemption? So fuck it.
Right. Then
Let's all get redeemed.
All right, look, that's fine, as long as we're working together. If I remember correctly, 10 minutes ago, you were about to stab this man's neck, and he was about to shoot
I had a
you
fucking
dead.
gun on my face.
I don't blame you. I'm saying we all woke up, and we're all scared. Let's not be stupid about that. We're all scared, and we don't know what the fuck we're up against. But now we do. We have an idea of what we're up against. Aye? So let's work together.
You sound like my father. Can we just be finished with the speeches and get done with this?
Oh, I'll slap you.
And Gabby makes her way
You'll
down.
do no
the
fucking
hallway.
such thing.
Josh, I'll slap you too. I'm not saying I'm not
Fucking try it. Come on.
I'll slap anybody who's being an asshole.
She opens the door.
All right.
And she makes her way into the room. The next
And
room.
I head in.
I follow. I'm kind of excited.
All right, so everybody heads into a very lavish-looking office, very well lit, because to the left there is a roaring fireplace. The entire walls, every wall is covered in wooden paneling. And above the fireplace is a mantelpiece with trinkets, and above that is a large portrait of a man in a suit who looks to have a distant expression on his face. Straight ahead of you guys, as you walk in through the double doors, you see a desk with some neatly stacked papers, a globe, and a lantern, an oil lantern that does not appear to be lit, with a window on either side. And then to the right of you, you have bookshelves, bookshelves, bookshelves. The entire wall is covered in thick 2-inch leather tomes. And there's a little reading nook in the corner. So, you stand in the middle of the room on a beautiful, lush carpet. What do?
I just listlessly sort of move my bag of milk around like, fucking hell, stupid fucking thing, and I put it down on the desk. And I roll and investigate over the desk and start looking through the papers.
Okay, go ahead and roll investigate. Josh, what are you doing?
Lighting the oil lamp.
Lighting
and I
the
have
oil
plus
lamp?
5 to investigate.
Okay, and then what are you doing, Clark?
I'm trying to. They mentioned it was a puzzle room, right?
Yes.
I'm trying to see what would be the indicators of the puzzle and kind of figure out what the basis of it is. Because I don't know if it counts. Like, can I still add skills at this point?
You can do it, investigate, yeah.
Okay. No, okay, because I was thinking of crafts, but I don't know if that counts. Might not really, eh?
At this point, no.
Okay. All right.
Unless you can explain how.
Okay. Well, I mean, it's a big flashback, but I don't really know.
Go ahead, please.
So my flashback for crafts is like me. I flash back to the birds, building bird cages, and kind of creating these homes, but then also flashing back even more to creating these networks of people and these elaborate codes and messages with my homing pigeons, which go to different areas of the country. And I have specific birds that are a little bigger that carry the drugs to certain places. And I have this drug ring of homing pigeons. So it's like the crafts and the puzzles at the same time kind of coincide with each other. So it's this sort of approach to life that I have of crafting and
I see. Okay, so you're putting the pieces together. I can see how that would be crafts.
Right.
So first thing, something jumps back to you, and that is that before you came into the room, Garland said you're looking for the safety zone. So you assume that there's some sort of place in this room that is hidden that you need to get to, like the next room. And how to get into it, you think that there are various clues in the room that might be able to help you with whatever is keeping you from being in that room, whether it's a lock or a combination or a puzzle of some sort. There are clues all around you as to how to get into it.
Okay. Can I do a quick notice roll for any of those?
Okay, go ahead. I'm going to go to Peter at the desk.
So I rolled 5 pluses for investigate.
Okay, so no problem. You find a looks like a journal.
Journal, eh?
Mm-hmm. And you rifle through some of the pages, and the last couple entries, you find one that sticks out, and it says, it's kind of like in jot form and bulletin form. She is looking through the window. Perhaps she is admiring the large oak I have out front. Now she is admiring the bookshelves. There's something about her, though. She looks determined, as if she's actually looking for something and not just admiring. And then the third point, she definitely is not the innocent maid in the woods who has lost her way. No, this lady has a purpose. And then the fourth point, she has found the safe. I was hoping to get to know her. Unfortunately, that will not be the case.
And as I read it, kind of look up, do the books have titles on them? On the spines?
Some of them do. Looks like it says History of the World. Lots of traveling books. Lots of books about the world.
So I want to look through any of the titles for the word, the safety zone, or anything to do with safety.
Okay, sounds good. So you go ahead and do an investigate roll on that. I'm going to get Josh. You light the lantern.
And it's a 5 for when you come back to me.
Sounds good. So you light the lantern, Josh, and it lights. And it feels very nostalgic in your hands. And you light it, and you kind of admire it in front of the window. And the light from it illuminates something in the darkness.
So outside of the window?
Outside of the window, that's right. And you peer a little bit closer to see what's out there, and all of a sudden the glass smashes in front of you. Shattering glass goes everywhere as a hand reaches into the window to try to grab you by the arm.
Alright, I guess I will use fight to try to dodge that.
Okay.
Is that what I use? I believe so, right?
Yep. Alright, so while you're doing that, Clark, you hear the window smash, and the two other people, the Frenchman and Gabby, they spin towards the window, and they say, "We have to move faster, faster!" And Gabby looks like she's going to grab one of the chairs to block up against the other window. And the Frenchman is going with his gun to aim at whatever is smashing through the window. How did you do, Josh?
+1.
+1. Okay. So, a bloody glass-covered hand reaches through and slashes you across the shoulder. And you get to take a physical stress. So
That's exciting.
What is your physique?
It will be fair.
Fair physique. Okay, so you've actually got 3 stress boxes, and this is only doing 1 damage right now, so you can go ahead and cross off the lowest damage point.
Alrighty.
So the way it works in Fate is that you've got these little stress boxes right there. Over that side.
Yep.
So you've got 3 of them, and once they get filled up, then you start taking consequences, like broken arm or something that's going to really make it difficult for you. And once you run out of consequences, then you're knocked out and possibly dead. Okay, so you just got slashed, and Peter, as you are investigating the bookshelf, you don't see any book that says anything about a safety zone. The only thing you find is one spine that looks like it's a little bit more worn than the others.
I pull it as fast as possible.
Okay, you pull it, and at this point the glass shatters, and you pull to the side, and you begin rifling through it. As Clark, what are you doing?
Oh, that was, well, I want to pull it. I also wanted to see if the hand couldn't reach anywhere. Was there anywhere that looked like it couldn't reach?
Oh yeah. It's a big enough room. Like you could go to the reading nook.
Oh, it's just like a small hand.
The small hand from the window?
Yeah. Oh, it's just a regular sized hand?
It's regular sized. It looks like there's something trying to get in through the window.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah. No, I'll rifle do that then. That's fine.
All right. There must be more of the angry people. We have to stay away. Get away from the window, Josh. What are you doing?
No, this is a different room. Sorry.
Oh, yes, you are right, Clark, but it seems that this person very much wants to kill us is the same as the others, no? So, Clark, what are you doing right now?
I'm checking to make sure that I want to look over and see if the hand is just kind of like a hand, or if it's like going forward and coming into the room.
So now, looking through the lamplight, you see that it is trying to get in through the window. It's a full body. And it is getting through the window. It looks like it's just darkness outside. No stars, no moon, nothing like that. But you can also see the silhouettes of more of these things walking towards the room.
I will move over to that reading nook, just in case that's the safety zone they're referring to.
Okay. So you're looking through the book. Josh, what are you doing?
I'll be looking as this is all happening. I'll be reading and walking.
At this point, so I was holding up the oil lamp, and I got the scratch. I'm gonna smash the oil lamp over the person's head.
Okay, sounds good.
Let her go on fire, and
go ahead, do another fight roll, or you can try to throw it.
No, because I think it's close enough. Cause
oh yeah, definitely close enough. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. So 1 minus 3 blanks, and then my fight's +3, so I don't know what that does. I guess
so that's makes it a +2. So that manages to hit it because the tie goes to the attacker. So the lantern explodes over the zombie, and it groans as it bursts into flame, and kind of staggers back. And another zombie shambles in to where it was, but it catches flame and it starts to stagger. But you can see out the window, there must be 50 zombies within sight right now, all making their way towards the room.
Fuck, I've got to find this fucking safety room.
Have we tried, like, the other door in the room? Is there another door in the room?
So there's only the door that you came in. And it closed.
Try that again?
Is there anything that I can...
Go ahead and try it.
I will.
Okay, it is locked. And as you're turning the handle, you hear a on the other side of it.
And then I go back to the reading nook.
Gabby, check under the fucking rug.
I'm trying. I'm doing enough. I've got my hands full here, and you can see her just trying to stack things above the window, and then that window shatters.
Gabby, check under the fucking rug. Check under the rug, Gabby. She's not doing nothing.
Fine, I do it.
I go over and check under the rug.
Okay, so Clark, you go to the rug and you pull it over, and there, on the ground, looks like a safety hatch leading into a basement room, and it's got a padlock on it.
Oh shit! Okay.
Fuck it out. And I start flipping through the book that I have in my hands now for any numbers.
Okay, so this is the faded book that you've got in your hands, and it's a book on. It's Adventurer's Guide to the Byzantine Empire. And it looks very old, and you're going through it, and you can see that whoever was reading this book loved it. He made tons of notes about the Byzantine Empire, especially about one place in particular, Constantinople.
Is there a globe in the room?
There is a globe on the desk, yep.
I checked the globe for Constantinople.
Okay, so looking on the globe, you do not find Constantinople anywhere.
Like,
it's not. What are you looking for, Peter?
There's no Constantinople in this fuck. In Istanbul, the Constantinople. There's no. Is missing a place.
Yeah, because Constantinople doesn't exist anymore.
What year are you from? Are we from the current era? So it's a present globe then. So it's a natural-looking globe.
Yep.
Okay, it's just a new name then. Okay.
Yeah, look for Istanbul.
And then I look for Istanbul.
Istanbul. Okay, so you do find Istanbul. Where is Istanbul? Yeah, it is in Turkey and just to the east of Bulgaria. So you do find it is the capital of Turkey, and there is looks like a small circle right on where Istanbul is.
Is it pressable?
Like it looks like someone's put a pin in
then
there
and
taken it out.
Is there coordinates?
No.
Someone put a pin in and took it out?
Yeah.
So there's a hole.
There's a hole, yeah. That's what it is.
Is there anything that we saw in the room that would fit in that hole?
I think Clark has an idea.
Oh,
I was saying, check the coordinates.
Okay.
The latitude and the longitude.
The door smashes in as a giant hulking zombie rips one of the doors off. And he looks to be about 8 feet tall. And he staggers into the room as he's trying to make
Shaquille O'Neal zombie.
Tell me the coordinates.
Shaquille O'Neal.
Lorene actually is giving us 41 north, 28 east.
Perfect.
All right.
Yes. Okay.
And then I quickly, as quick as possible, put that into the padlock.
Okay.
What would be? And I yank.
Perfect. So, that's the code. That's okay. That was awesome, guys. Yep, the code is 4128.
Nice.
And no problem. You open the hatch, and you hear a couple gunshots as Julia says, get into the hatch, everybody!
No fucking out of me here. And I run into the hatch and I jump in.
All right. And Josh, you do the same, I'm assuming?
Absolutely, yeah.
Okay.
I'm in there before anyone else.
Gabby's in there as well, and a couple more shots fire as Julian pulls his way into the hatch and pulls it over top of him. And you're in another dark room as you descend the ladder.
Fucking A!
The safety
Well
zone.
done, Clark. You called that shit. High five!
And as you high five, the cameras come on again, and you're surrounded by television screens again, and say, "Well, wasn't that a spectacular performance?" Cheering, cheering.
Oh, well, I didn't. That's it for me. We've all got the sound effects.
I know. I just pulled it up now. Well done. I think I speak for everyone in the audience when I say that was a spectacular effort on everybody's part. Who knew that Constantinople didn't exist anymore? I mean, it's in a song, right?
Not I. Splitting ideas. And I've been there too, which is the fucked up part.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to get to the sponsoring portion of the program in just a second, but I thought that it would be a good time to really get to know the people that you are sponsoring here. So without further ado, I'm going to hand it over to contestant number 1. Why don't you tell us a bit about yourself, contestant number 1?
All right. I'm a writer by trade. I've written a number of mystery horror novels of various sorts. You might have read some of them, usually end with a good twist. I'm working on my latest one, going to have a good ending. Wait, why the fuck am I doing this? Why are we here? What the fuck are you on about? And who? Why are you fucking laughing?
Thank you very much, contestant number 1.
There's nothing fucking funny about this going on.
Wonderful. Wonderful. Now we're going to move over to contestant number 2. Contestant number 2, why don't you tell us a bit about yourself? And you see it's Julien. And he's got a lighter and a cigarette as well, and he's lit it. And he says, I must say that this is a very strange experience here, being on television, but my name is Julien, and I think that you people are sick. To add to what Peter has said, you are all disgusting, and when I get out of here, I'm going to do what my papa used to say to me, which is, when life gives you lemons, you make limonade, oui. So I'm going to escape. I'm going to beat all of these rooms. I'm going to kill every zombie that I can, and then I'm going to escape the games. And I'm going to kill every single last one of you. Every person that is watching this TV program right now, I'm going to come into your room. I'm going to pop at you in the head, and then you are going to be dead. That is what I am going to do. Thank you very much. Merci beaucoup. My name is Julien. Yay! Thank you very much, Julien. All right. Well, we'll see if that happens. All right. We don't know if that's going to happen. Now, contestant number 3, why don't you tell us a bit about yourself?
Yeah, fuck off.
Oh, my goodness. Contestant number 3. My. The audience might not like that. Well, I guess we'll move on to contestant number 4. Tell us a bit about yourself, contestant number 4.
Yeah, I just want to see my birds. That's all you need to know.
All right. Mysterious statement, if I do say so myself. Thank you, contestant number 4. And last but not least, contestant number 5. Yeah, I second what Josh said. Go fuck yourself. There's a lot of cursing happening on this program right now. Well, I would love to get to the next portion of the games. The next room is your favorite room, everybody. It's the slaughter room. But before we get to that, do you know what time it is? Contestants, do you know what time it is?
No, what fucking time is it?
It's time for the mid-game poll! Take it away to my assistant, Harlan!
That's right, it's time for the mid-game post. Today we have a very fun one, so make sure that you are either the first, second, or third person to post the selected phrase or word, as well as the 20th. I'm going to post it right now. The word is Constantinople. So, the first, second, and third person to write Constantinople as well as the 20th receive 5 XP each. Now, remember, you can post as many times as you want, however, you can only win once. So, oh, Laureen, she said happy commenting. She could have been first. Why did she say happy commenting?
Oh, no! Well, maybe because she won it last week? Or?
Maybe she didn't want it. Maybe she's graciously stepping aside, and very nice if she was. All right, so
nobody's business but the Turks.
Exactly. So we have the first 3. Here we go. The first 3 people are Blake T. Wild, John Regan, and Gabe Ruiz. You guys each win 5 experience points. Well done, guys. And I think they are all 3 new people who have won. Not new, but I don't think they've won before, have they?
I think so. I don't think they have.
Yeah, no, especially not Blake. I know Blake hasn't. Because I think Blake is relatively
new. I think this is his first week.
So. I had to check because I didn't want to say Blake's new, and then it turns out that he was from forever ago. But
yeah.
Laureen already won, so that's why she was saying. Well, very kind of you, Laureen. Thank you. Okay, so that's Blake, John, and Gabe. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 is Lucas. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Oh, Mark Lane posted VV, which I'm going to assume is Control V for paste, which does not count. And Mike Fazio! Very clever, Mark. But unfortunately, that's going to go to Mike Fazio for our 20th comment. So there you have it, guys. There are the winners of the Constantinople game. Blake, John, Gabe, and Mike. Well done, guys. Fantastic job. This has been the mid-game post, as always. Make sure you spend that XP on a very kind Scottish man who just wants to live enough to go home and see his wee little daughter, which he never met because he just knocked up her mum and ran away. Thank you guys so much. That is the end of the game.
All right. Thank you.
Back to you, Garland.
Oh, nice. Mike Fazio just pointed. Thank you, Mark, for the assist.
Yeah, that was
ruthless. He gets ruthless.
Thank. It's our techno remix of The Running Dead. Running Dead. This is the show where the dead walk amongst the living and your lives don't matter. All right. Hey, what do you say we open some boxes?
Hey! Fucking game.
Oh, you're getting into it, Peter. I know it. So, let's see. What do we've got on there right now? We got a lot of meta right now, so we're going to plow through it. Let's do 15 experience from Mike Fazio to Mycl. So you've got another gold box. And you guys didn't have to use anything in that last one, right? So, no. Mike Fazio, we're going to use that. Harlan, if you can make another comment, perfect. That's excellent. And then, is there anything else? Has anybody else donated experience points for any of the other characters?
For Julian. I spent 5 XP for Julian. And my note says, can you sing the French national anthem from Gabe Ruiz?
Ah, okay. All right. Thank you very much, Gabe. So, I'm going to roll his die right now. He got a 19. That's pretty good. So Julian opens his box, and he is going to be getting with a 19. Oh, okay. It looks like he's found some sort of spray bottle. He says, I do not know what this is for, but I hope it comes in handy. Thank you very much, Gabe. I will do my best to sing my national anthem. Frère Jacques, dormez-vous, dormez-vous. That is all I know. Thank you very much, Gabe. That is wonderful. I love the experience points. All right. And,
My box hasn't turned to gold yet, and all I have is this fucking note that says "No one loves you." Well, you know what? Go fuck yourself in this stupid fucking game.
So you guys go ahead and roll your bronze boxes, and Josh, you can roll your gold box.
Yeah, I got a 7.
You got a 7. So inside your gold box, you actually find an axe.
Nice.
So you got the Tycho.
It's a body spray? Zombie repellent axe?
That's what it is. No, it's not zombie repellent. That's actually the one thing that it attracts.
Oh, okay.
Unfortunately. But yes, you find like a fireman's axe, and what else? What did you guys get? Clark and Peter.
We'll roll for it and let you know. 18, bronze box.
Very nice. Inside you find a handgun.
What type?
Oh, you know, regular.
6-shooter, revolver.
No, like a.
Colt 1911.
Bounty. Yeah, that one. A black one. A Glock. You find a Glock.
How about a 1911, and I can actually use my gun? Perfect. Be right back.
1911. Okay, perfect. So Clark, what did you roll?
Do I have some box? Do I have a box?
You've got a bronze box, and you're actually rolling a 1d20.
Oh, yeah, that does nothing, does it? I got a 16.
16. Nice. Okay. Oh, never mind. You find some grease.
Like close to Constantinople.
No. That's a funny joke, Clark. Well done. But no, this is actually a special brand of grease. There's an up-close photo of a kind of cartoonish-looking lady, and it says Auntie Mildred's famous grease. And it looks like you can rub it on something. Inside joke. Anyways, that's it. Congratulations, you've all got your greasy prizes, and we're going to move on to the next room.
Where'd Peter go?
No.
I'm gonna give the scissors to Gabby.
Oh yeah, what did she get? Let me just roll that. She might have got something. A 6. Oh, okay. She got a sharpened butter knife, so she's pretty much got some scissors.
Okay.
Okay.
Fair enough.
And she says, "What are you giving me those for?"
Fuck. Sorry, thought you'd want something.
Why would I want scissors? What am I gonna do with scissors? If you want to give me something, why don't you give me that axe?
Why don't I just look? Sorry. Here.
Thank you. That's right.
Hold on. What? Don't give me your fucking axe.
Too late. I already got it. He's got a remote control C4 car. You'll be
Look
okay.
at you. You're what? 5'1"?
Yeah.
120 pounds? How much damage are you going to do with a fucking axe? Josh is going to take the lead.
Why are you getting out of her face, man?
What I'm gonna do it.
Get out of her face.
We agree that
Like,
we're
she
going to
doesn't
be
need another
surviving
guy,
together.
Yeah, well,
and
exactly, and so I want to give her a chance.
I don't need you to fight my battles for me, Josh. Okay? I'm doing all right. I'm doing just fine. Okay?
Really? Is that since you asked and begged him to give you your axe because you couldn't handle it on your own?
I didn't ask him to give it to me.
Well, then
I
give it
told
back,
him
why don't
to.
you?
I'm not giving it to anybody. It's my axe now. It's been in my hands. I'm keeping it.
Hey, all of you shut up or I'll put grease on all of you.
Look,
I still have my bag of milk. Need I remind you?
You hear the audience go, "Oh, whoa! Looks like things are getting intense as they make their way into the next room. I think they might have to work together in the next room because the next room is dubbed the Slaughter Room." All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's see if this tension comes to a boil. Now, this room is a little bit different. Instead of having to get into another room, they're going to be fighting hordes of the undead when the buzzer goes off. And when that happens, as soon as they kill 15 zombies, that's what I said, sorry, not 15, I meant 50! 50 zombies!
50 fucking zombies.
Then they'll be able to move into the next room. Please, ladies and gentlemen, why don't we give them one more round of applause as we wish them luck into the slaughter room. And the lights go
7 rounds here. How many do you have, Julian?
It looks like I've got 8 left right now in my gun.
Listen, as soon as we get in there, I'll make a huge circle of grease around us.
Well, we don't know what room we are going into. It said that we have some sort of a buzzer. Maybe we could have time to find the perfect spot to set up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, the only way we're gonna know is if we open the door and look. So, Josh, open the door, take a look, see what's out there.
Oi, Axe Lady.
And I go over and open
Why don't
the
you
door?
open the fucking door?
Because Josh is going to open it like a gentleman. Thank you, Josh. All right, let's see what's out here. So, opening the door, Josh, you see a mall.
And I'm going to put the car down, and I'm going to start letting the car roll in front of me.
Perfect. Okay. So you walk out into the hall, and the mall it's white floors, white walls. Looks like there's some glass windows above the ceiling. In fact, I don't really need to describe the mall to 2 of you guys. David, I don't know if you've ever been, but this is the Pickering Town Center. I feel that earlier when we were talking about Pickering, feel free to Google images about the wonderful, marvelous Pickering Town Center. This is where they are going to be in the next room. So you can even look up a floor plan of the Pickering Town Center and see what room where they should hold out. But any stories you guys can think of what might be in the shopping center, let them know, and it'll be in the store. The power of imagination. Go.
Drones of undead teenagers on their Pokemon Go phones with
actually,
shorts cut way too high and yet way too low at the top, so you got their little thong fishtail hanging out the top and their ass cheeks hanging out the bottom. It's really comfortable.
That is the description of everyone who plays Pokemon Go. And actually, I was playing it for a bit yesterday, and it happened to me. I didn't even realize it happened, but it did. So,
I just went to the Pickering Town Center in the food.
I'm already walking to the map and familiarizing myself with it.
I'm thinking there's got to be a food court here, and where there's a food court, there's not.
There's a large food court.
Definitely.
Yeah,
So, the mall, I should have you know,
nice.
It isn't empty. In fact, there are kids running around with their cell phones. Well, not kids, teenagers. There's teenagers running around with their cell phones, stopping every once in a while, and kind of walking a little bit and going like this. And there's just people shopping. And it looks like a very normal shopping center. It sounds like it. Every now and then an announcement goes off. And then you hear a voice in your head that says, "You have 15 minutes before things start to turn."
Did you say... alright. Clark, you get that group. Josh, you get that group. And you, and I point to Julian, you come with me. We need to round up as many people while they're still normal as we can. And I start telling people, "Excuse me, ma'am, can you follow me? We have a taste test that we need to do in this store."
Oh, a taste test. Oh,
Yeah, come this way. You start too, and I start rounding up as many people as I can, like cattle driving them into one spot.
Okay, what skill would that be? I gotta say that that's a skill, because you're trying
coercion,
to get... Coercion?
Charisma?
Charisma, deceive maybe? Deceive would work.
Deceive? Perfect. I'll make that my good skill.
Okay, sounds good. So you've got experience deceiving people. What's the memory that flashes back to you?
I remember being at a meeting, an Alcoholics Anonymous meeting, and talking to young women that I thought were quite cute, and convincing them to come back to my place where I would bring them to my basement, and they would never see the light of day again, because they thought I was a calm young writer who needed inspiration. Well, he did need inspiration, but it wasn't the kind they were looking for.
And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. We now know exactly what Peter did.
And I look to Josh as I'm pushing these older people past him, and I look to him and say, we're going to cattle them all in, and we're going to use your C4 as soon as they turn. We'll kill all 50 in one go. Get as many as you can. You, sir. Yes, you too.
Hello, mes amis, tout le monde. We have wine if you want to come. And, Josh, go ahead. Try to convince people to come in. And everybody's going to be doing a roll here to see how many people they get.
Now, this seems off. This seems a bit, what's the word? Off color, maybe. But I think it would be beneficial if we did them to a movie theater and kind of said it was a free screening of some sort, just a short film.
Yep.
Oh, movie theaters have a sordid past, but that's the lie I'm going to go with. So that's like it's a bit.
What is it? The Pickering Cineplex 8? Is that what it is?
Famous Players, it's called.
Famous
Players. Okay. Yes, we have a wine tasting at the Famous Players. So come on down. I will show you exactly where it is.
Free drink and food for anyone who comes in for a short presentation. That you will get a gift card to the mall when you sit through 10 minutes of a funny film that we're screen testing.
That
the newest a scene from the Avengers Part 4. Some really big fucking movie that you twats like.
That is correct. Yes, it's a big movie and cheese, fromage. We have lots of fromage.
All right, tone down that, Frenchie.
Tons of Pokemon there.
Okay, so Clark, you go into the food court where all of these kids with jean shorts that come up to their butts, come down to the bottom of their butts barely, are sitting and they're playing on their phones with Pokemon. What do you say to them?
There's Flareons in the theater.
So they all just kind of like, and they stand up and they just start following you aimlessly. But I want you to do a roll. How many people you get? So do a deceive roll. Deceive roll. Everybody's doing a deceive roll right now. So let's see how you do.
Oh,
and then Josh, how do you get people?
Picking up on that, I'll be like, is that a fucking Mewtwo? I think it's Mewtwo. I think it's right down there.
Good.
Okay, so it looks like most of the Pokemon people are already following Clark. So I'm going to challenge you to think of something different. There's a bunch of old people that are sitting enjoying their morning tea and donut.
I've got my deceive is good. Anyway, just so you know.
Okay.
Hey. Listen, I don't know if you guys heard. There's you know how they bring back the older movies? On Golden Pond is showing. Fantastic movie. It's a free screening. If you've got your
say no more, Sonny,
seniors
say
pass.
no more. You had me at Golden Pond. So people begin to follow you. So what was your total roll there, Clark?
Pardon? My total roll. So I have a +3, but then I got a negative.
So +1.
Okay, so you have a pretty good deceive too. So a flashback comes to you, and you've got 1. So go ahead and give us a flashback while the other 2 are rolling, and then once you guys roll, I'll tell you what happens with you guys after.
A D20, how many? Is that what you mean?
Roll your fate die.
Oh, I already did. I succeeded at a +3.
A +3. Okay, good to know. So what's your memory, Clark?
My memory is tied in with my graph's memory in terms of like setting up these networks of homing pigeon things and creating these codes and everything to deceive all of my clients into thinking that they were, I don't know, either the most important or that, you know, they were supplying certain people. So yeah, that's basically it. I don't know, does that count, or does it have to be more like deceive face-to-face type stuff?
That's fine. That's perfect. That's excellent. And as you're... No. I just got a little distracted because as you are... Oh, no, she left. You felt someone watching you. Someone was staring at your back, and you spin around in the mall, and you think you see someone that you recognize, but they're not actually there.
I pinch myself again.
Okay, you pinch yourself, and you're fine. Okay. Nobody's gone. Anyways, nobody's there.
All right. So for how many people do we have to roll a d20, or?
So yeah, roll a d20, and roll a d10, and that's going to determine how many people you.
Can I use a fate point to re-roll that?
Yep, I will allow that.
All right, I'm going to use a fate
But you
point.
have to use an aspect to re-roll it.
So deceiving better.
Okay.
Oh, an aspect.
An aspect is one of those things about your character. So you can use some sort of deception.
Right.
Aspect.
Oh,
there
God.
She is again. There she is again.
That's what he was talking about. Yeah, I'll use an aspect to try to have a strong work ethic, because I'm like insanely devoted to like powering through a book. Like I'll lock myself in a room with blood still on my fingers. So I'm using that to like, two's not enough, and I go back and be like, I need more. Like obsessive.
Okay, you don't stop until the job is done.
Yeah, obsessive, I'll call it.
Excellent. Obsessive. Excellent. Okay, so you actually managed to round up 8 times 3, so 24 people begin following you to the theater.
Halfway
you
there.
A 1, Clark, so why don't you go ahead and roll a D10 as well.
D10?
Yeah.
Oh, darn. I felt like the Pokemon Go thing was so easy that it should be it. 7.
Okay, so 7 more people. So you guys are up to 31. 31 so far. And how many old people do you manage to round up with your deceive, Josh?
So I got a +1. So is that a 1d10 as well?
+1 is a 1d10. Yep.
I'm not gonna get them all.
Oh, I'm gonna use a fate to re-roll that then. I think.
You can do that.
Okay.
Go for it. Yep.
Oh, actually. Okay.
Because I have a chance to move it up to like a 1d12 or a 1d20.
Well, my thinking is, I was gonna say, well, it won't.
Oh,
Matter,
fuck. I guess
All
I
right. So as you say that, I want you to roll a 1d8 anyway, or 1d10, sorry. So that's just a 1, right? Or -1?
Yes.
Okay, so as you're saying that, you say that there's a screening, and some of the people stop. Most of them go, but some of them, about 6 of them, stop and say, "Where am I again? What am I doing? Oh yes, I have a donut." Right. And they start to eat it. So you guys are at 25. You've got 25
We
people
lost
heading to the theater.
6?
You lost.
From David's group, though?
No, from...
No, mine.
Oh,
but we have 31 with David. And
yeah,
then,
so some of the... This is just a bullshit mechanic I'm making up right now, so some of the people got distracted. That's basically...
All right, well, what about Gabby and Julian's people, then?
Good call. So Gabby and Julian. Gabby is not doing shit. Actually, she is reaching behind counters, and she's grabbing bubblegum. And she's stuffing...
Okay.
Julian, meanwhile, is saying, "Please, follow me. It comes to the theater." Oh, Julian. All right.
Yeah.
It's the accent. They love the French accent.
Yeah. He's European. He must know what he's talking about.
Okay. So I'm not going to spend a fate point.
Can I spend a fate point for him?
Sure, if you want to.
I will, to reroll just that one.
So what's your aspect to help him reroll?
Can it be...
Use that same coercion or whatever.
Yeah, same obsessive.
Same one?
Because
okay.
I'm like, that's not enough. Go back, get more. We need to fucking get them all in.
It's okay, alright, I will try.
Nice.
Motherfucker.
That's what I want. That brings us to 51.
Cool. Okay. So, a bunch of people see that there's this, an ethnic Frenchman. And they start
say free
him.
wine and free cheese, so...
And the free wine and free cheese also helps. They start following you guys to the theater.
Perfect.
And you get a good crowd of about 75 people. 75 people about, and exactly.
That's fine.
And they're all hanging around the theater, and they're like, "Do you want us to go inside?" Or do
yeah, and I lead them all in, and I lead the way to the front and say, "Everyone, come inside. Please grab a seat. Near the front. We need you right near the front because it's a new experience. And once everyone's seated... Quickly now, quickly.
There's people here. They're telling us we can't go in for free.
No. What time of day is this?
Oh, it's middle of the day. It's like 11 o'clock.
I would tell Josh to deal with the ticket counter. Go take him out back. I don't care. Get him out.
Oh yeah, we We fucking got this. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I'll go
And I
up
keep
and,
come through.
so I go up to the ticket counter.
Uh-huh.
I got ticket counter. I'm like, hey, fuck nuts. Come here for a sec.
Oh,
You're saying that these people have to pay to come in?
Oh, well, that's just standard Cineplex policy. Everybody's got to pay for a ticket. We don't treat anybody unfairly, except for the Golden Age people get a discount. And you don't have any kids in the audience? No, okay. And those people are going to have to put their cell phone
Yeah,
away.
just come here, right? I want to talk this through. And then I'll just stab him in the throat as soon as he leans in close enough.
Okay. So he definitely does. So go ahead and roll a fight.
Wow.
So you succeed with style. So tell me, how do you do this?
Make
what
it
is
super
style
quiet.
like for you? And you can have a flashback. Anytime you succeed with style, you can have a flashback as well.
Yep. So going back, I quickly flashed back to where Julian had the gun in my face, and I was remembering it wasn't the first time that I'd had a gun in my face, and it was a drug deal gone bad. Something about some Birdman that everyone had talked about. He had screwed us over, and that's exactly what happened. Was I didn't have my gun on me because it had already been taken off, but they didn't know that I had the boot knife, and as he had the gun in my face and was just about to pull the trigger, I parried it and stabbed him right in the throat.
So with that memory flashing through your mind, you do the same to him. You grab him by the throat and you jab your knife into his neck, just as you hear... I hope you're ready, contestants. It's going to begin. So you start hearing someone coughing as...
Hold on, are they in the theater or no?
You're able to start ushering them that way. They're not
Okay,
in
so
the
how many are in the theater?
And I'll start rolling the car in.
It looks like you, by the time all this has happened, you've got about 30 people into the theater.
Perfect. So I just want to shove them in, like start pushing.
What are you doing? And you see one of them start to cough.
And
And
I'm just pushing as many as I can in.
fucking, where's Julian? Fucking shoot your gun in the air.
That's
Get
what I
in
do.
there.
And then I take a shot and I fire it in the air. And I say, anyone on the theater, I'm going to fucking shoot in the back of the head now!
And you
And
see
I start aiming it at the
above you,
crowd moving towards the theater.
As you're making your way down the stairs and people are being pushed into the theater, you see above on the balcony another of the angry-looking people, but this one looks absolutely crazy. And it jumps off the balcony and lands on the ground, and you hear a crack with its legs, and it pushes itself up and begins shambling forward. And it bites into the closest person. And that person falls to the ground, and you're still pushing people in. And this is all happening within maybe 3 meters of you, 4 meters of you, Peter.
Yeah, then I'll run for it, and I'll just run past Josh. I'm like, fucking blow it.
And within 12 seconds, the person that got bit is up, and it's running to the next person, and it's grabbing them and biting into them, and then it just happens so quickly that these people are turned into ravenous beasts and begin running around the bottom of the theater near the concession stand as Clark and Jones, or Josh, what are you doing?
I'm just letting off the C4.
Okay, so you're sending the Tycho in?
Oh yeah. It's in.
Okay, Clark, are you clear?
Yeah, I'm clear.
Of course he is.
I'm holding onto my grease and my disco ball, thinking,
And
what
where's
can
Julian?
I do?
And Julian is at the top of the elevator, and he says, "Oh, tabarnak!" And he starts firing.
And what about Gabby?
at the fast zombies. Gabby, it looks like she's there as well, and she's on edge. You can see just the side of her. She's hiding in a corner, and she's got her axe out.
Okay,
ready.
I want to step behind her. And I want to say, come on, we need to get out of here now. And I want to, like, guide her out.
Just don't touch me!
Gabby, and I look at her and I say, we have to survive until the end. If we don't work together, there's no chance. You can't cower in the corner, you'll get stuck.
All right, and are you going to blow it, Josh?
Yes.
Okay. So the car explodes, and guts and blood fly everywhere, and it looks like you got quite a few of these ravenous beasts. But it doesn't look like the C4 was enough to blast through all of the zombies, or all of the crowd of people, and get through all of their bodies and have enough shrapnel and force to actually hurt a number of the people on the outside. So there's still, of the 75 people you ushered in, there's still about 40 that are running around, or 30, because a bunch of them went into the theater, right?
So
how many died?
Use your fucking milk.
I was going to say, I'm going to bite the bag off the milk and throw it. I don't know what it's for, but that's what we're going to do.
And the spray. Julian's spray. Fuck.
Yeah, I'm going to do it all. Wait,
Okay.
and I look at the spray and I say, Julian, what does that spray do?
I do not know. It looks like it is some sort of repellent. Oui.
Is it a repellent? And I kind of smell it.
It smells actually quite nice.
Okay, but we can't tell. We don't know what any of these do?
You have no idea what they do.
I take my
You
disco
can do
ball.
like a lore check.
Oh, can I do investigate?
Yeah, you can do an investigate check.
It's
me
a
do
zombie
investigate on
repellent.
it.
Spray it on us. It's off.
Well, that's what I
Zombie
want to
off.
make sure, unless it's like, So investigate's +3, so that's
Okay.
1, 2. So +2 is my success. Or two
All right.
successes.
So you do recognize it. It is, well, you just have a flash. You feel like you've seen this before, maybe in one
Yeah.
of your dreams. But it is a zombie repellent, but it only works for one person.
Okay, perfect. All right.
They're coming up the stairs.
So I keep the repellent, and I have sort of Gabby as like a shield, but not to her, and I'm just aiming past her.
Okay.
And I'm back.
Peter, what was that Julian had?
What's that?
I asked you. If
Don't
you...
know. I think it's an attractor, but I'm not too sure yet. I don't know.
Okay.
So go ahead and roll for shoot, Peter. And
I'm not going to shoot. I'm just sort of aiming.
Oh, you're aiming. Okay, so Julian is shooting, and he's going to get... Okay, so he manages to hit one of the ravenous beasts as it's running up the stairs, and it begins to clunk down the stairs, blocking the path of the other ones. But they seem to be getting over it, and they are sprinting. They are going really,
Can
really
we use
quick.
Clark, can we use your fucking grease and light it on fire? Maybe make a wall?
Sure. I was thinking of using my disco ball. I don't know what it does. But
Fuck yeah.
Do it.
Do it.
is there anywhere that I can place the disco ball?
Perfect, yeah. There is an overhanging billboard sign, like that's just kind of hanging in the sky. You can stick it to
I
that.
just take it and I just stick it up there.
So as soon as the sticking mechanism is in place, the disco ball dangles for a bit. And these creatures get up to where Julian is, and he says, "I can't hold them off much longer!" And it starts to spin. And the lights in the theater seem to dim unnaturally for some reason, and the lights outside too. And all of a sudden, the disco ball explodes in light and beautiful colors, and begins playing an 80s beat.
Fucking hell is that? What the fuck is going on?
This is fucked.
And
I started dancing like Oscar Isaac in Ex Machina.
and as this is happening, the zombie that's right in front of Julian starts lifting his shoulder and starts doing these really jerky movements as if it's some sort of zombie dance.
Jesus.
And I want you to roll a 1d6.
Me?
Yep. So you guys have 10 zombies left to kill. Or 9, sorry, because Julian got one.
What did my milk bag do when I threw it?
Okay, so you did throw it.
Yeah.
It exploded all over the zombies and wet their feet, but it looks like it's actually making them faster.
So they're dancing really quickly now.
Yeah. So you got 3. Okay, for now, they are dancing.
All right.
I got a 3 from that D6 you told me to roll.
Okay, so you got a 3. That's perfect. As this is happening, you guys see down the hall, where the actual mall is, some zombies just bust down the glass, and one of them is like a big hulking zombie, kind of like the one from before, but it looks like there are these two other zombies kind of lurking beside it. And the big zombie kind of steps closest to you, Peter.
And I spin around with Gabby here. It's, don't worry, Gabby, we have this.
Okay. So I want you to do a notice roll.
Okay.
Is Gabby gonna use that frickin' axe?
Yeah, that's what I'm
No.
thinking. Someone take
God.
that from her.
Negative. Just one negative.
So no problem.
No, two negatives.
You've got the big guy in your sights, and he's hulking, but he looks like with a couple shots you would be able to get through his skull. And as you're aiming him down, you feel a hot breath on your back. And I want you to roll to defend. You're trying to beat a 1.
Is that athletics then?
Oh wait, actually, what did you get on your notice roll? You got
-1.
-1. Okay, so actually that would have been your defend roll.
Oh, okay.
So you actually
Yeah, I can't reroll anyway.
you feel something behind you,
Okay.
and it's sharp into your back as you feel something trying to grab you. And one of the zombies that was lurking outside quickly actually moved around to flank you.
Okay. And I spin around again with Gabby. Here. And what is he doing?
There's actually 2 of them there, and it looks like the third one is off to your left. So you're kind of surrounded by this team of zombies, and just down the way, just a little bit, there's the dancing zombies.
So I look around, and I pull Gabby back, and I say, I have an idea. And I kiss her cheek. And I kick her forward, and I shoot her in the back.
All right.
And then I take the repellent, and I spray it on myself.
Oh, from Julian?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
This
He didn't give it
music
to
in
you.
the background? This
I
like
thought he
upbeat
gave it to me because
music
I
in the
looked at what
back?
it was, and then I put it in my pocket.
Oh, yeah. Okay, all right. So
That's
you
what I
didn't
said,
give it
yeah.
back. So he's
No.
kind of distracted anyways. He wouldn't have noticed.
Yeah.
So you shoot her in the back, and I'm going to say that it happens. She is not expecting it at all. She falls to the ground, and instantly the 3 zombies and the big one kind of follows down, and they begin tearing her apart.
And
Limb
then
by limb.
I shoot them each in the head.
And you hear her screaming, "God, fucking, fucker, fuckity!"
And then I shoot her in the head for my 4th bullet.
And
So that's 1, 2, 3, 4 bullets. 5 bullets.
she's put out of her misery.
I have 1 bullet left, and I've killed 3 zombies if I hit everyone in the head.
Okay. You've killed 3 zombies, and he's killed 1. Okay, and then we're going to move to Josh. Josh, what are you doing? You've got, I think, 6 zombies left to get.
Well, I've got my scissors, so that's good. Okay, so what I want to do is, so they're dancing.
Yeah.
Right? I want to try to, I guess, just light them as I go with the lighter.
Oh, with your lighter?
But I'm thinking, grab some napkins, grab some butter-like topping,
What about
and just damp them down. Yeah, if you've got the grease. 'Cause that's what
I can give you my grease. Can I do that? Can I give you my grease?
Yeah. So Auntie Mildred's bacon grease. It didn't really do very well because on the label, they had to put this on the label. They didn't want to, but it actually says highly flammable. So it's perfect for your situation. So you bust out the grease and begin lathering on the dancing zombies.
Well, no, I'll just kind of I don't know. Is it in a can? Like, is it a spray thing, or is it
kind of like Vaseline?
a pump? or like a
Popcorn butter.
Popcorn butter.
Yeah. Anyway, I'll just quickly smear and light as best as I can.
Or just open it and no, I don't know.
So from before, Peter, before I forget, you did take a damage with 2 shifts, so you can use either a 2 or a 3 or 4 damage slot, depending on what your physique is.
Okay.
So try to light them on fire. Josh, what did you get? This would be
+1.
crafts. This would be crafts.
Oh, crafts?
Yeah.
I will say I'm average on crafts, so I'm -2.
Okay, -2. So I am going to say that your failure, because it is a number of shifts too low, actually results in you catching flame. Now you spend a fate point to negate that, but your hand, which is covered in grease now, catches fire instead of the grease that you were going for.
Sure, we'll do that. I'll do a fate point to negate that.
Okay. You do not light them on fire, but you're also not on fire, and you managed to pat it out quickly.
Yeah.
Clark, he's got the grease on the zombies. What are you doing?
I go and I try and does he still have the lighter?
He's still got the lighter?
I asked him to throw it to me. He said this was crafts, right? He said it's crafts, and crafts is my great.
This is kind of a MacGyver moment.
Yeah. So I do I just need to go up and light them on their backs?
You just gotta light them. I'm trying to be a +2 now. You okay. And don't forget you can re-roll and invoke things.
Right. Okay. So no, but my crafts is +4. So let's roll for that. So that means I got 3?
Yeah. You got 3. Okay, so that is enough to light him, and he catches flame. And I'm going to let you roll a 1d6 to see how far it spreads.
Okay. Oh, 2.
2 zombies. So 2 of them catch flame, and they begin to thrive, but they're still kind of dancing as they collapse to the ground, trying to fight the flames.
That's 9 dead, by the way, since you said that there was under 10 left. So, just heads up.
9 dead. Okay, so how many do we have left, Peter?
I thought we're fucking done. I don't know. I thought it was under 10. 9's under 10. So there's either 1 left or we're done.
He fires at one of the zombies, and let's see how he does. It's just a dancing zombie. Now, actually, the way fate normally works, which is what I should have been doing, is that whenever you guys create a situation, you guys get a free invoke on that situation. So if you set up, like on the bacon grease example, you used a turn to put grease on them. So your next turn, you would have had a free invocation on that grease. So you would have been able to reroll or get +2 on that.
Like me kicking her down and then shooting her would be free?
Well, we would have had to have rolled to do that.
Oh, right.
Well, certain things, I just kind of pick and choose what I make you guys roll for.
We all know it had to happen.
Julian fires, and the bullet connects with the closest zombie that's dancing, and he collapses down the stairway into another zombie dancing behind him. And nothing happens. And you wonder, oh, maybe there's more to kill. But you see the last zombie writhing in pain and discomfort as it's still on fire. And it's still trying to do one last zombie move. And then it relaxes and the lights go out.
And before they do, I want to bend down and grab her axe.
No problem. So in the darkness, you know where the axe is, you grab it. Doesn't feel like
Josh.
there aren't any bodies there except for her body. Her body's... actually, no. Her body would disappear too, but the axe is still there.
All right.
So you grab the axe,
right.
And immediately the lights come on again, and the TV screens are on every wall, and you see Garland Huxley. He says, "Well, that was a clever approach to the slaughter room. Congratulations, contestants!" I never would have expected for you guys to round up the zombies beforehand. That is the first time I've seen that. Well done, Peter. You're learning. You're picking these things up.
Go fuck yourself.
Yeah, well, we'll see about that, Peter. We'll see who gets fucked first, all right? You can tell he's starting to get kind of annoyed. You know, sometimes you guys, you don't really appreciate what you have. But
oh no, we appreciate you putting us in a room and making us fight to the death against hordes of zombies. Appreciate it very much, Garland.
We're gonna let the show go on now.
Oh, you don't like me talking against you, Garland? What's the problem? Don't like sharing the spotlight, you egotistical prick.
Well, it's not that. It's that.
This is the Garland shows at the fucking Running Dead. I think the people would like to see some more of us and less of Garland Huxley fucking talking his ass off.
Well, people in the audience, what do you think? Do you want to hear more of Peter Maguire as he tries helplessly to put me down? Do you want to hear more of me talking, or do you want to see more of the Running Dead? The people have spoken, and they want you to get in the next damn room.
Am I getting to you, Garland? You seem a bit upset.
So why don't you go ahead and open your boxes, all right? All right. So, we've got another round of box opening! So far, we have seen the disco ball used. We have seen the milk.
The bag of milk.
The bag of milk. We have seen the repellent. And we have seen the Tyco RC4. And I don't think that there's anything else. If you guys think of anything that we've seen,
we've been using the guns.
We've seen the guns. How many bullets do you got left there?
One, but I wouldn't tell anybody. I would just keep that hidden.
Fair enough. So now this is the time for the audience to chip in, see if they can help. We're going to do a quick round this time. So I think we've got one lined up for Mycl still.
I still have 1 silver. Yes.
1 silver or 1 gold, was it?
Greg offered another 15 XP for another gold.
Oh,
yeah.
Beautiful. I'll do the gold then.
You're getting everybody's gold today. And Evan Jones gave me a gold as well.
Evan Jones gave you a gold. Okay.
In the wrong thread.
Okay, so are there any for
Clark
or the last Julian?
I think Julian already got used, didn't he? Oh no, I give Julian 5 XP, and my note says if he kills one of the guys, Josh, Clark, or Peter in the room coming up in any way, I'll give him a gold key in the last room. Hope Justin uses this in a smart way. So there you go.
Okay, read that again. Let me see.
So Julian gets a message that says if he kills one of the guys, Josh, Clark, or Peter in the room coming up in any way, I'll give him a gold key on the last room.
Ah.
And then he says, I hope Justin uses this in a smart way.
Fantastic. Okay. That is a wonderful note. I'm going to go ahead and roll my 1d20. Clark, it looks like you're rolling on a bronze, and everybody else has got a gold. And did he say he used 5 XP?
Just 5, so it's just a silver for him.
Just a silver, okay.
And I'm 8 on gold.
Okay. All right, and your gold, Peter. So you get a piece of paper. It looks like parchment, and on it it says the Declaration of Living Rights.
All right.
Okay.
Can I do investigate roll on it this time?
Sure, you can do that. And while you're doing that, Clark, I'm going to be giving you an air horn. Are you going to press it now?
Chris Lawrence just offered to upgrade Clark as well.
Oh, upgrading Clark. So we're going to jump you. You don't get the air horn, but we're going to keep that 7. And we're going to give you a sound gun. It shoots a shockwave, sending nearby zombies under level 4 flying.
Nice.
All right. So you pick that up.
Thank you.
And then, yes, thank you very much to all of our our viewers for that. And Josh Jones, do you want to go? Oh, there we go. Actually, you're going to be getting a pipe bomb. You open the box and you see a pipe bomb, and on the side it says L4D.
Oh. Left 4 Dead. Pipe bomb over here.
Nice.
All right.
Fucking right.
So everybody has something. Just a quick rundown of what you guys got?
I have 1 shot left and the Declaration of Rights, living rights or something.
Okay.
I've got the axe again, thanks to Peter, and the pipe bomb.
Okay. And it looks like... Clark, you got the sound gun. So, thank you very much, audience, once again. That was a spectacular round for contestants. Boy, you guys are lucky. The audience loves you. So, I think it's time that you guys make your way into the next room. Now, the next room is going to be a little different. It's called the conundrum room. So, if you're ready, let's move on to the next room. Contestants, good luck! And the lights go down again.
We got what? 2 more rooms?
Yes, that is what I think, yes.
Let's make sure we're on our toes here.
So, the lights come back on. And you find yourself standing in a room, completely white, with no doors. And as you're looking around, it's kind of like the room in Willy Wonka, Mike TV's room.
Right.
And you hear a mechanical sound. And in the center of the room, a cube box begins to lift out of the ground. And on the box are 5 glasses. And in the glasses is some sort of liquid, you can see. It all looks the same. And you hear Garland's voice again. Well, I bet you're all wondering what's going on here. Glasses, filled with a mystery fluid. Well, I bet you're hoping that I'll tell you what that fluid is. And I am going to. Most of it is harmless Coca-Cola. But one of these 5 glasses is poison. Contestants, all you need to do to make it into the next room is to drink 4 of these glasses. And if maybe one of you, because there's only 4 of you left, poor Gabby didn't make it into the next room, so there is a chance that you will not take the poison glass. So, each glass has a letter, A, B, C, D, or E. Go ahead and choose your letter and decide your fate.
Before he finishes talking, I'm going to walk over, pick up A, and drink it.
A. Okay. You drink it. And nothing happens. Who's next?
I'm going to try to use perception and just see if I can see or smell any difference between any of them as I go over.
All right. So go ahead and do your roll. That's a notice roll.
Do 3, 4, so +2.
Okay. You don't. Sorry, you don't notice. You can't tell whether or not any of them are poison. They all look like the same liquid.
Okay, so as I'm sniffing, kind of looking at them, realizing I don't see a difference, I'm gonna turn to them and be like, I don't know, and then thinking about what he said about Gabby, I'm going to put an axe in Julian. And increase our chances and be like, and as if it hits and it's done, it'd be like, we fucking started this, just the 3 of us, let's finish it, just the 3 of us.
Okay, go for it. So you're going to try to beat his athletics. He's going to try to dodge, or notice, I feel is more appropriate.
So that would be a 4.
Okay. So he is going to re-roll. He's going to use a fate point. You get a fate point there, Josh.
Okay.
And I am out of fate points. Okay. So he got a 3. So you stick him with the axe. And it hits his arm, but it doesn't seem to do a full amount of damage. Now,
Okay.
I will allow you to invoke that because you're doing it without him knowing. He wasn't expecting it.
And I'm ruthless.
So yeah, you can use that. You can spend a fate point to give yourself +2 to that roll if you want.
Then I will definitely do that.
Okay. So he's going to take 3 points of damage, or he's going to cross out one of the boxes.
Yeah.
But he is still standing. And he steps back and he pulls up his gun again, just like before.
Yeah.
And he says, "Put the axe down right now! Do not make me fire at you. I will not miss."
All right. And then, seeing that he's giving me the opportunity, this time I will, thinking about that spot again, because I didn't do it last time, I will then try the parry and hit with the axe.
Okay, and what are you guys doing while this is happening?
I'm just watching it unfold with my arms crossed on the far side of the room with my back to the wall.
Yeah. I am also watching, thinking about what could possibly happen next and how we still have to drink this stupid liquid.
Okay.
Okay, so I did still get a +1, but I would use another fate point here to
Make it
make
+2.
it a +2.
All right. So this time, your axe sinks into his arm, and he drops the gun. And he cowers, and he says, "You coward! I am going to kill you!" And he tries to push himself up, but blood is spurting out of his chest, and he's obviously very weak and easy to take off.
All right. Well, then I guess I would
I'll
hit him
walk
one more
over.
time.
Yeah, I'll walk over at this point and just stand behind them watching them.
There we go.
All right. You kill him. Go ahead and describe it.
All right. So as he's sitting there, he's bleeding. He's calling me a coward. I'm just gonna take up and baseball swing to the throat. Watch his head roll off, and as I watch it roll off, I'll just kind of not even give it any attention. Pick up his gun. Check how many bullets he has in there.
And when Josh goes to pick up his gun, I'm going to shoot Josh in the back of the head.
Okay.
All right. So he has to do an attack, and I do fight, or does he just get it free?
So my fight would be +2.
It would be shooting.
Or shooting. I have to pick a new skill, shooting?
Yep.
Okay, then it'd have to be a +1, so just +1.
All right. And so I got a 4.
A 4, okay. And I'm going to go, because it's close to the end of the game, I'm going to do I'm going to go into lethal mode, okay?
Okay.
So I feel like here is the point where things really matter. Instead of having all of your physical stresses, I'm going to say that you've just got 1 if it's a gun, and if it's a melee attack, then you've got 2, okay? Is that cool already?
2 or what? What?
You've got to get hit twice if it's a melee attack, and once if it's a shooting attack.
Okay.
Right.
So does he dodge that, though, with his back to me?
So you got you can invoke it.
Well, he rolled a 4, and I rolled a 1, though.
Well, you can invoke the aspect of his back being turned.
Yeah, because I waited till basically he went down to get the gun, and then I was just going to press at the back of his head and fire.
Yeah. So I would say, yeah, you can invoke that, and you can spend a fate point to give yourself +2 to the hit as well. So that's.
I don't have any fate points.
You don't have
Unless
any.
there's any way
So then that's just a +3. In which case, what were you using to dodge?
My fight.
Your fight. Okay. I would actually say that you're using your notice.
Okay, so that's still a +3.
That's still a +3. Okay, so you do notice it in time.
Okay.
So you managed to dodge out of the way.
So as I was picking up the gun, I will turn and shoot back.
So do I still waste the bullet then if I went to hit him?
I will say yes.
Okay. So I fire, you notice it in time, dodge, and then you shoot me.
And I will say that will be a +3.
And mine is a notice, which is at 0. So I miss it. So it sicks me right in the gut. Unless, well, how many shots did Julian have? Did you count his shots?
Yeah, I still get 2 shots.
He had 2
Justin
left.
said.
Oh, we had 2 bullets left? Okay, yeah. Then it sinks in my gut, and I just look at you.
What the fuck?
And I fall down, dead.
Oh, looks like we've lost 2 more contestants.
And then I'll pull the gun on Clark.
Say it again?
What did I ever do to you?
Nothing, but you got anything to fucking say to me? Are you gonna fucking sneak up and hit me in the back?
You know what? I mean, I know you've got the advantage. Just let me just take a drink from one of these glasses to see if we can get out of here.
No, I think I'll drink first.
Okay.
All right, and I will do. What do we got? A, B, C, D, E.
A's been drank.
Yeah.
Drunk.
Do we still need 4 of them, or does it matter how many people are alive?
The rules said that 4 of the glasses need to be consumed.
All right, so I will drink. B and D.
B and D, okay?
Yeah.
And then Clark, which are you going to drink?
Oh, you're not going to tell us? Okay. Is Harlan still kind of alive, or is he completely dead?
He's dead. It doesn't look like he's got a pulse.
Can I roll a notice to like super check?
You're pretty sure he's dead.
He's dead.
I want to see if I could like pour it down his throat.
Okay, and this is where again I've got the gun. I'm like, drink a fucking drink.
All right, fine. You already drank B and D or E?
Yeah, and I'll hand them E.
Okay.
And I look at it, and I say, well, I'd rather have someone else choose. And then I drink it.
Okay. And nothing happens. And you find yourself...
So there's our 4 drinks.
Understanding the only drink that was not drank was C. And you're feeling pretty confident. And you start looking around the room to see if a door has appeared or what. If there's a way out, but the table's still sitting there, and there aren't any doors appearing. And Garland Huxley isn't coming onto the PA right now.
Fuck it, I'll shoot Clark.
No, damn it!
Okay, so you go to shoot Josh, and your vision kind of gets a little wonky.
Yep.
And you stagger to one side, and you cough, and then you shake your head and go to hold your gun up again. Now, Clark, you're watching this happen. He's trying to hold his gun up, but that's exactly what's happening. He's getting a little woozy.
Oh, fuck.
I run off to the side, out of his field of vision.
Okay. So you run into one corner, and he's trying to track you. And Josh, all you see around you is all of the white kind of crumpling in. And then it starts to crumple outwards again, but instead of being in a room of white, you're in a room of black. And looking around, you feel your heartbeat start to settle again, and you can't see anything in the darkness until you catch a whiff. You catch a whiff of something sweet smelling in the corner of the room. Something alive still. And squinting in the darkness, you see a pulsing, soft red light from where Clark went. And Clark, you, still the light, white all around you, you see Josh drop the gun. And he holds his hands to his head, and he looks around, and he starts scratching at his face, and starts snarling. And all of a sudden he stops breathing, and he looks directly at you. What do you do, Clark?
Pull out my sound gun.
You pull out your sound gun as Josh leaps forward, running at lightning speed towards you. And you fire.
Boom!
Josh goes flying back into the back of the wall, and you hear a crunching noise as his skull connects to the wall, and he crumples to the ground. Bing! And a door opens to your left.
I walk through it.
Okay. So before you walk through the door, you actually see a little opening next to the door on the right-hand side. You are on the left side of it. And inside the opening is a bronze box. Once again, if you want our homing pigeon boy Clark Boyle to survive the running dead, go ahead, spend your experience points now, and maybe he'll get a weapon that will be very useful in the next room. So, do we have any takers? Any takers for our friend Clark Boyle?
No one loves you, Clark.
Didn't do anything to deserve it. I just
that's the mid-game post.
Where's the
XP?
I don't
up
see
in
where
the
that
boxes.
box is.
I know there was one thing.
Any boxes left over, mark shipper. So that's going to be
Oh, here we go.
15 experience from Mark. Oh, or Tyler Rode. So we'll say 5 from Mark Shipper and 5 from Tyler Rode. Thank you very much to the two of you for donating to Clark Boyle and getting him up to a golden box. All right. So it should be 15, but whatever. We'll go with it. It's a gold box. Go ahead and roll. Have you rolled already?
No, I have 17.
So in the final room, you get some Oakley spurs.
What? Like what?
Oakley spurs. I'm looking them up right now. Okay, Oakley spurs. They're shoes. They're soccer or basketball shoes. I think
Cool.
soccer.
All right.
So that is actually quite useful. So, you put them on?
Yeah, I put them on.
Okay, so you quickly change, and the door bings again behind you. Bing!
I walk through.
You step through the doors and find yourself in a field. A beautiful field that is lush green grass. In front of, or behind you, you see a sprawling hill going into the horizon. And turning back around, you see what looks to be a small town with white houses. And instantly, a memory comes back to you. The dream that you were having earlier. You see the same white houses that were in your nightmare, where you were being surrounded by zombies. And there, amid the town, is what looks to be a church. Only 100 meters away from you. Not very far. It's got the 3 crosses.
I went to the church.
Okay. You start running, and as you do, you hear from behind you a loud screaming noise. and you glance back to see a horde of zombies sprinting full tilt down the hill. They're only about 40 meters away from you, so you've got a bit of a head start, but it looks like they're moving so fast that they are going to be able to catch up quickly. Roll for athletics.
Okay, my athletics are like average, so.
So +1?
Yeah.
So the way this game is going to work is that every positive number that you get, that's going to bring you up 10 meters. Every negative number you get, that is going to be a consequence. So you might trip, you might stumble, you might completely fall to the ground. And then you have to, you waste the turn. The zombies are going to be rolling as well.
Okay, so +3.
+3, okay. So you get about 30 meters, and you glance behind you, and it looks like the zombies have moved up about 30 meters as well. Roll again.
Okay. +2.
Okay, so you've moved up a total of 50 meters. You're halfway to the church, and the zombies have moved up 40 meters this time. So here, let me actually write this down. So you are at +50, and they are at -40, so 0 +30. So you glance back and you see that they're only about 20 meters away from you. They're catching up quick. Now you do have those. You do have those sneakers. You do have a free invocation on those sneakers. So you can re-roll or add +2 to your next roll.
I'll add +2 to my next roll.
So go ahead.
Okay, so what is that? 3?
Yeah. So you move up 30 meters. You're sprinting, and you find that the cleats of the Oakley spurs are digging into the ground, and they're making it much easier for you to run. Oh, okay. And I do not have any fate points, so they are. You glance back and see a number of them kind of falling in on themselves, and they don't move very far that time.
I can feel my glory days of grade 7 and 8 track and field coming back to me as I run towards the church.
All right, and go ahead, do one more.
Okay. Whoops. That's that's a 0.
Roll again. Roll again.
Yeah. Sorry. That's even.
Even. Okay. All right. So, glancing back, you did make some headway, but now it looks like they're only about 30 meters away from you.
Yeah. Oh, man. I feel like I'm all alone right now.
You didn't really, you kind of stumbled this time, so you didn't really make too much distance.
Okay, and one more time.
Another roll, yep.
+1.
All right. So you are 10 meters away from the church. You are so close. And you realize that the doors are shut. It looks like you're going to have to spend at least one turn to open them.
Okay.
So they're gonna roll. Okay. The zombies are 10 meters behind you.
Okay. Do I roll again?
You're gonna roll again. So if you...
Got a 2.
Okay. So you make it to the door, and you get the door open. All you have to do now is get into the church. But the zombies are catching up fast, and they've got one more roll. Let's hope that they don't do well. Okay. So they're about 10 meters away from the church. With your next move, seeing them so close, you can feel them as some of them are starting to run up the steps. You slam the door shut behind you. And as soon as the door slams, silence. No screaming, no yelling coming from outside, no zombies trying to break down the door. You are in a perfectly calm and serene church. And catching your breath, you look around and you see along the pews down the center aisle, at the end, is what looks to be a bowl.
I slowly walk toward it with my cleats clicking on the ground.
All right, they click with each step, and you make your way to the bowl, and you see inscribed at the top of the bowl, "Drink for your salvation."
I look down at the bowl. They're getting pretty creeped out. I just throw it on the ground.
Ding, 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 ding. The bowl falls on the ground, sending water spilling everywhere. And you hear the PA come on again, and it's the voice of Garland Huxley. And he says, "What the hell are you doing?"
Why would I want to drink a bowl from the people who created this thing that I just went through? I just saw 4 people die right in front of my eyes.
You have a chance to absolve your sins. Don't you want that to happen, Clark?
Not if you're defining them.
Well, Clark, it's a shame, really, because I like you. I think you're one of the better contestants, which actually is okay, because it means that we're going to be seeing you again. And at the side of the room, you hear another mechanical noise coming from each corner of the room, and turrets appear in every corner, and they all point their nozzles towards you. Clark, you still have time to lick the floor. Do you want to have your sins absolved, or do you want to meet your end like the rest of your contestants to maybe one day join them again for another game?
I just want to see my birds.
If you want to see your birds, you will lick from the floor of the Church of Retribution.
I just turn around and walk away.
And as you turn around, cleats clicking on the floor, the turrets open fire. And your body is filled with pain and bullets, and immediately the pain disappears, and you collapse to your knees as the adrenaline kicks in, and everything goes black. You awaken and look around you and find yourself in a graveyard. There are 4 other people pushing themselves up off the ground, and you remember nothing except your name. The end.
Ladies and gentlemen, this has been The Running Dead. Thank you to Mr. Justin James, our fantastic GM, a.k.a. Garland Huxley.
Thank you. Thank you.
Great game, Justin. Great job, guys. Fantastic job, community. You guys gave us such a big help tonight with all this kind of stuff. It was a blast to play this with you guys. More applause, more applause. So yeah, this has been The Running Dead. Next week we are going to be back with a new game that we have never played before called Quest Core, run by our very own Mr. Mycl Barber. It's actually a system that I believe someone from the stream or someone from the group now sent us for free and kind of said, here, try it out. And we're not in the realm of you know, just blatantly trying to sell stuff. If you like it, you get it, whatever. It's not a perfect system. It's a great system, but we're going to give our open thoughts about it, too. So come back and hang out with us next week, too, because we're going to dive into that. It's going to be a lot of fun. Also, again, thank you again to Justin. The Running Dead is no small feat to master. It is crazy to balance all the details of all of our interesting characters and such to make it feel satisfying, and he did a fantastic job. So, thank you guys for donating all that XP. It does not go to waste. I now have a gun, which I found in The Running Dead, which is just awesome. David made it to the end. He's now broken his Running Dead cherry. He's no longer a Running Dead virgin, because I think all of us have made it to the end at one point or another. Have we not?
I don't think Chris has made it to the end.
Well, he's not here, so let's talk about him.
Chris.
No. No, but it is a blast. So again, thank you guys. Don't forget to submit your selfies. I'm going to pin it back up on the top because I love it. So go ahead and take the most Invictus-themed selfie you can. We are also going to be picking our favorites probably this weekend, and then you can vote on your favorites, and the winner will be entered into the winner's circle at the end of the mini games series. The Dungeon World game is running this Saturday, I believe. That's Jeff Romo's game, run with the help of Chris Lawrence and the beautiful people on the community stream. So thank you guys. I'm excited to see what you have in store for us after that game when it posts. I think they're recording it Saturday. I'm not sure when it's going to go live. It might not be for the following week, but good job, guys, and I'm excited to see what you got. Other than that, that is it from me. This has been a blast as always. Thank you again to the stream. Thank you again to the viewers. Have yourselves a fantastic weekend, and as David always likes to say,
keep on keeping on.
Keep on keeping on, guys. Good night.